Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing great and thanks for your support on YouTube and Udemy. If you are coming to our channel, like if you visit our channel for the first time, please subscribe to our channel and keep sharing our mock interviews. Today it's time for revising few mock interview questions and answers. I hope if you are going for a walk or if you are traveling, just put your headphones and listen the question and answers. I hope you will get some knowledge and how the person is answering and how I was correcting those questions and providing the proper answers. Happy learning. If you have any questions or any suggestions, please feel free to put in a comment. Thank you and enjoy learning. Hi, today will be a fresher mock interview. Like when you go as a SAPMM trained fresher or any kind of opportunity when you get, what kind of questions we can expect. Okay. Just I will do what kind of questions we may get as a SAP fresher who has completed the course and he has some knowledge and all. Okay. Yeah. Okay. See, what are the main areas in SAP Like if you take a company, what are the areas will be handled by SAP Can you tell some 2-3 areas?
Mainly, you handle the organizational structure, purchasing, inventory management, invoice verification. Is that correct, sir? I mean,
yeah, actually, see, for example, what are the areas when a company is working, okay, they should keep a master data, like what are the materials they are having, and they're maintaining master data related, and also they have what you call if they want to buy any materials, the procurement related activities. Okay, once the goods receiving and handling inventory, it's issued to different departments and transferring from one location to another location. All these kind of inventory operations and procurement activities mainly handled by SAP MM. Okay. Yeah. And what about master data? What are the master data, important master data in SAP MM?
Important master data are material master, vendor master, purchase info record, service master, source list, quota arrangement. This all comes under master data.
Okay. Okay. What are the important views in material master?
Basic data 1 and 2, purchasing, sales data, mainly is accounting data, some general plan data, MRP data. These all main views in material.
Okay. What are the important fields? Any 2-3 fields in purchasing view?
In purchasing view, material group, purchasing group, purchasing value piece, GR processing time, division, all this comes into purchasing view.
Okay. Mainly like you can say like purchasing group, automatic PO indicator, batch management. Yeah, batch management indicator, purchase value key, and also order unit. These are the important fields.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. If you want to delete a material, okay, you created a material for a plant, okay, plant 1000, and later you came to know like that material is not required for that plant. Then what will you do?
We can go into the transaction code MM06 and we can flag for deletion in there. I mean, if you give the plant name and if you want, we can delete this in MM06.
Okay. Like we can keep the deletion flag. We cannot delete the material. We keep the deletion flag. Then you cannot do any operations like procurement and all these things.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What is the difference between MK01 and XK01?
XK01 we use it for central, sir. I mean, we'll be having a company code also for MK01. We won't be having any company code data. We can't make it centrally.
Okay. MK01 we will have only purchasing data, but in case of XK01 we will have both accounting data and purchasing data. Okay. Can you create an invoice verification with vendor who has only purchasing data? Okay. You cannot create invoice verification if your vendor doesn't have the accounting data.
Okay.
What is P2P cycle?
P2P cycle, it starts with a purchasing organization and it ends with a payment. Basically, if we get a purchasing requisition from any user department, and from there we will be sending, the purchase request according to, we will be creating an RFQ and we will be sending to the different vendors. And different vendors will be sending us a quotation. Based on the quotation, we will be selecting a desired vendor based on the quality, price, comparison and all. We will be selecting an appropriate vendor. And after the selection of the vendor, we will be sending a purchase order to the vendor. After the purchase order, we will be receiving the goods. We will be doing the goods receipt. And after the goods receipt, we will be doing the invoice. And after the invoice, we will do the payment. The finance people will be doing the payment, and stores people will be doing the goods receipt, and we will be doing the purchase order related.
Okay, it starts with requisition and ends with payment.
Yeah.
What is the use of service purchase order?
To procure any service type of things, we use this service POs, like this painting related things, or any cleaning sessions, any maintenance works. In order to send this thing to the vendor, we create a service PO.
Okay. Yeah, service fee is useful for any service activities. You're not buying materials and keeping an inventory and all. To do service activities, we do.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is the T code to do the price comparison of quotations?
It's ME49.
Okay. For example, you have compared some 3 quotations. You want to reject remaining 2. How do you do that?
To reject.
Okay, see, for example, 3 quotations you compared. Okay, 1 quotation has come as best quotation as per the what you call as per price. What are the discounts and all? You got 1 as a best number 1 and remaining 2 as a 2 and 3 position. You want to reject those 2nd and 3rd. Okay. Either from ME49, if you double click on the quotation, it will take you to ME47 screen. Okay, the 48 or 47 where you maintain this quotation. Okay. Or else you can directly go and maintain the maintain quotation also. There is a rejected tick mark will be there in ME47. There, if you keep the flag of reject, somebody tries to create a PO with that rejected quotation, system will prompt a message, this quotation is already rejected, such kind of things.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the T code to do goods receipt?
We can do in MIGO transaction also, sir, maybe. Or else do in 1D1, M1, D1 also.
Yeah, mainly we use Migo. Migo, you can remember this. What is the importance of 561 movement type?
Sir, 561. Sorry, sir. I don't have any idea.
561 is the initial entry of stock. Okay. For example, when you do implementation of a new SAP to the new company, at that point of time, when you are going live, whatever the stock available in the warehouse, that entire stock we have to keep in the SAP system. That is called initial entry of stock. Okay. You have some 100 materials, one material 10 kg, one material 20 kg, 30 kg, like that. Okay, for all those things, if you want to upload the stock, then we use 561 movement type to initial entry of stock. Sometimes some stock adjustments also, we may use 561 to increase the stock.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the movement type when you receive goods against purchase order?
Against it's 101. 101.
Okay. If you want to what you call a reverse a movement type of 101, okay, how do you do that activity? For example, you have done a goods receipt of 100 quantity is PO, okay, but you have received 80. Then you have after you have received the goods, you came to know like the actual quantity is 80 only, but you have done for 100. Okay, then you need to cancel. How do you do that?
For reversal, we can use 102, sir. 102 moment type.
Okay. How do you do that? Cancellation? Cancellation or reverse process, how do you do?
Can we do it with the returns to vendor, sir? I mean, using the movement type 121 or...
No, see, return to vendor is a separate concept. Here you have done a wrong posting. Return to vendor, if material is damaged and you want to send to the vendor, then you have to use a vendor return process. But here you have done what you call a wrong posting. That's why you have to cancel. Cancellation, you have a cancellation of the material document in Migo, right? With that option, you have to cancel the document which was received with 100. Then 100 minus 100 will become 0. Then you have to do the fresh goods receipt with 80 quantity.
Okay. Okay.
What is the report to see the stock of materials? Any one report?
To see the material. I have no idea. I need to tell, sir.
To stock. Okay, if you want to see a single material overview, MMBE. Okay, but if you want to see a material stock for different plants and for one plant, different material stocks, if you want to see, MB52 is the best report.
Stock overview, yeah. MMBE, those things, sir.
Yeah. MB52 is the best report where we can see the stock of different materials of a single plant, or for one plant, one material, different plants. What are the combination you want, we can get from MB52.
Oh.
Okay. What is the, do you have any idea about accounting entries?
I have big knowledge.
Okay, what is the movement type for goods issue for cost center?
201.
Okay, do you know accounting entries of goods issue? If you do goods issue of 10 quantity with 201, what are the accounting entries?
The goods issue, sir. No, sir, can you explain about this?
Okay, see, whenever you do the goods issue against cost center, there is a material document and accounting document will be generated. Okay, the accounting entries are like our stock will be becoming less, right? Because you are issuing to another department or any call center type of thing. That's why the stock account BSX will get credit means minus, and stock will come down, and consumption account GBB VBR. Okay, under GBB we have VBR, that will get debit. That is the accounting entry.
Yeah.
Okay. When you do cost center, it will be like stock account, PSX will be debit. Debit means credit. Credit means minus, because our stock is getting minus, right?
Yeah.
And consumption account. Consumption account will come from GPP VPR. This will get a debit. Debit means plus. Okay, that's called accounting entries.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you know about the physical inventory process?
Physical inventory means you can count the stock in the warehouse. So I mean, you can count, and if you have any damages, you can create a reason for that. Basically, we can do the counting in this physical inventory, counting of the stock.
Okay. Now, what is business purpose? What are the benefits with physical inventory process?
I mean, we can maintain the this we can maintain the annual stock like that.
Okay, the purpose of physical inventory process is every month or every 3 months like that we do the physical inventory process. That process in business, generally some business we call it as a stock taking. Okay. Here, what are the benefits of stock taking process? We can compare the physical stock versus the book inventory. Book inventory means system stock. We can compare physical stock versus the system stock, and we can analyze the loss. See, for example, system 10 quantity is there, but in physical it is 9 or 9.5. Then we can analyze why that 500 grams is coming down. Is it because of spillages, or is it because of weighing balance errors, or is it because of negligence of the respective operator who is handling that material? We can analyze in that way, and we can fix that issues. Okay, what are the reasons? Maybe do you need to take any new technology kind of forklifts or cranes kind of thing, because that much big barrels were not able to lift with the old forklift. Because of that, some spillage is happening, or else the operators are not weighing properly because of the too much weight, and we don't have a new equipment. This kind of lot of parameters can be analyzed, and they will provide the respective solution to the respective operators and all. That is the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is a transfer posting? Can you give any 1 or 2 examples of transfer posting?
Transfer posting means you can do the transfer from one plant to another plant in a single step. From one plant to another plant in 2 steps, storage location to storage location. You can do the stock transfers also. So transporting means mainly these plant to plant and storage location to storage location.
Okay.
We use this.
Okay. See this for example, when you see this transfer posting, we call it as it's not a physical transfer. It will be only the system wise it will be changing. It's not a physical movement. It's just only logical movement. It's not a physical movement. For example, transferring stock from quality to undexted or quality to blocked, or else within there to one place to another place transfer. So these kind of things we can call it as a transfer posting.
Yeah.
Exactly, stock transfers may not happen between one location to another location mainly. Maximum transfer portion comes under that. But in stock transfers, if we call, this is a material to plant to plant transfer, storage location to storage location, all those things will come. Mainly transfer posting, we can call it as a logical movement in stock type to another stock type, material to material transfer. This kind of all we can come under the transfer posting. Okay. What is the difference between invoice verification and credit memo?
Invoice verification means we are paying according to the purchase order and the but credit memo in the sense if the vendor actually ordered for 10 materials, but the vendor gave only 8 materials, but he sent us the total amount, asking us to pay the total amount. He's asking us to pay the total amount. For that, that is called credit memo actually.
Okay, generally see invoice verification we do when you are buying the materials, vendor will give an invoice, we have to pay the amount. Okay. The credit memo generally we do that when you are returning the goods. Simple. When you are returning the goods back to the vendor, we create a credit memo because the respective amount we have to take back. Whatever amount you have paid, you have to take back. That is our simple understanding. Okay. Yeah, tell any 2-3 reports related to purchasing.
Reports. Sorry, sir, I don't have any idea about this.
Okay, you have to see the reports like ME2N, list of purchase orders, ME5A, list of purchase requisitions. Okay, ME3N, list of purchasing. I told ME3N, list of contracts. This kind of reports. If you go to SAP and click SAP 1, you will get important SAP reports. With that reports, you can try. Okay. That's always you don't have to remember these tables, these kind of things. Only you need to run and see SAP 1. When you give SAP 1, you will get a new menu. In that you can see this purchasing means ME2O, ME2A, requisition ME5A, purchase order ME2N, 2M. So we have multiple reports. You don't have to by heart it. You just have a look. You can remember that. Even the tables will also same. You go to SC16 and give some table EKKO and they see the data. What are the data are getting saved in respective EKKO table? What are the fields are available? These all, if you spend some time like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, 1 hour per day, just if you remember, by the time you can remember some tables and all. You don't have to by heart it. Okay.
It means we are tracking the material as an quantity. We can say whatever the procurement he is doing, according to that exact accounting entries and GL account will be triggered at the time of doing inventory in SAP.
No, I asked you about what are the different inventory operations, like what kind of goods moments you know.
Yes. So basically, standard goods moments like 101 and goods issued to cost center. Apart from that, goods issued to subcontractor, and sometimes it will be 103, and releasing the GR block stock 105, and sometimes very rarely we are using it 301 and 303.
Okay, see here the job description says it will be a functional support or implementation role related to mostly inventory management related projects. Okay, when I asked about what are different goods movements, you don't have to go to SAP movement types and all. You can just tell that goods received, okay, goods received with PO and without any reference, or goods issues. Okay, in goods issues also we have different, like goods issue to subcontractor and goods issue for cost center, goods issue for scrapping, goods issue for project. Okay, such kind of good issues. And transfers between locations, between storage locations and between plants. Okay, between stock type, like quality to unrestricted to block. Okay, such kind of transfers. Okay, physical inventory related postings. So you need to tell that kind of the high level, the processes you need to mention. Okay, if the question is says like what movement type is available, or else what is the difference between transfer posting and all, then you can go for the explanation about the respective data. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So,
Sir, it's a job related PO, SAP PO is with inventory management. So with the both of the aspects, you can like go ahead. Both MMPO and inventory management.
Okay, whatever the JD in front of me, it was inventory management. Anyway, I will cover few PO also. Okay, if you want to print a goods receipt note, like any document, okay, and how do you print that?
In goods receipt, so we are printing in the T code like MB02. After that, there is one option is there to print output. So we can process that, we can check that checkbox, and according to our required material document, we can print the output according to their client's requirement.
Yeah, there is a separate transaction code to print the any GR note or GA note. What is the transaction?
Transaction code for printing. Sorry, sir, I'm unaware of that.
Okay, there is a transaction called MB90. Okay, that transaction code MB90. 90.
MB9.
Yeah, that will be used to print the material document.
Okay, sir.
Okay. What's the difference between goods transfer posting between storage locations and between plants?
In storage location, we can transfer posting the material within a plant only. But when we are choosing transfer posting from plant to plant, from one plant storage location, we can send to another plant storage location. From plant A to plant B, we can send our material.
Yeah, that is the process actually. I'm asking about what kind of tell one significant difference between when you perform transfer between storage locations on the same plant, or else transfer between two plants.
Okay, within the same plant, no accounting entries will be triggered, but we are transferring from one plant to another plant, then there will be accounting entries.
Okay, what are the accounting entries?
BSX plus, BSX minus.
What is BSX?
BSX is stock account, inventory account.
Okay. So how the account will be determined?
The account will be determined based upon the OMWN, the moment type, transaction event key, and account modifier. According to that, in the OBYC settings, exact GL account will be triggered.
Okay, so like what mean you are using some material transferring from one plant to another plant. Okay. Then how the GL account will exactly come? BSX will have different GL accounts, right? But
Yes,
how can system identify only this GL account belongs to this moment?
In 301 moment type, according to our configuration, like BSX, some settings are there.
Yeah, BSX. So okay. BSX comes from the moment type. That's I'm saying that BSX has 6 GL accounts. How can system know this GL account should come to this transaction?
Okay, in the materials valuation class, according to that valuation class, which is whatever the GL account assigned in the OBYC, that GL account should reflect in the accounting entry.
Okay, you have to answer like BSX already 301 it is assigned and it got the stock account. But in BSX you will have multiple JL accounts based on the different valuation classes. Okay.
Okay.
So that you need to tell that the material master which is used, the material which is used for transferring stock. Okay, for that material, what valuation class is assigned? For that valuation class, the GL account which is assigned in BSX, a GL account will be triggered. That's what you have to tell. BSX already,
Yes.
the question is like which GL account comes from BSX. So I already told that BSX, you don't have to tell about the root of the BSX. Okay, the base of BSX already, it's a stock account you are transferring. So the 301 will have that stock account BSX. So based on that, you got it. Okay. So you need to tell based on valuation class, it will be determined.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, well, when you do the transfer posting or any kind of a goods movement, okay, whether a stock is having value or no value, okay. So what can you check whether if there is no value, if there is no accounting document, yeah, there is no accounting document generated, okay, then what will you check first? Why no accounting document is generated?
There might be no price given in the material master. So that's why no accounting entry is triggered in the inventory account. Material master price, standard price, or moving average price, whatever there.
No. So if there is no price, if it comes from the purchase order and whatever when you do the goods receipt. Okay.
Three goods.
Yeah. So the price, if you don't have a price in material master, it will take from the purchase order price when you do the first time procurement. Okay. So that's not the answer. When there is no accounting documents are generated, like it's like a no valuation, then first you have to check whether that material belongs to the material type, that material type has the value flag or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Value updation.
Yeah, value flag, value updation at the material type level for your valuation area. That is the first check you have to do.
Okay, sir.
Okay. The second check, what you have to do, if it is a goods receipt, you have to go to your PO whether any non-validated flag is activated.
Okay,
in the purchase order item level. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So purchase order item level, non-validated flag. The third thing, if it is normal goods movement, no value has come means you have to check the movement type also. Like for example, if you see the movement type like 451, okay, for that movement type, you don't have the any no accounting view also will be available.
Yes, sir.
For example, OMJZ. 451 and 451. So if you see this movement type, whatever material, whether it is valuated material or standard price material, irrespective of material, if you use this 451, there will not be any accounting entries and there will not be any impact on the moving average price because this movement type doesn't have any account grouping. It's not. It's completely non-validated goods movement. Okay.
Okay, sir.
This is the one you have to check. The first one, like I mentioned, for your material type, you need to ensure that the material type has a value flag or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The respective material type has the valuation flag or not. Okay. So for your valuation area combination, you need to ensure that there is a value flag. If there is no value flag, whenever you use that material, you will not get any accounting entries during the goods movements.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is the value flag you need to see. Okay, this is the first check. And second check I mentioned in the purchase order.
Non-valuated.
Yeah, this is generally when if it is goods receipt, but your goods receipt doesn't have any kind of accounting documents, then you need to check first this value flag. Value flag is also there. Then you need to check this GR non-validated. Is it having the flag?
Sir, one more thing. If we click the free goods, like if we uncheck our invoice checkbox in the PO, then it will be generate any account documents or not.
See, for example, if you have this flag GR non-validated, then there will not be any kind of a value.
Okay, sir.
Okay, these three things you can verify it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and where can you control whether a movement type requires a reason or not? You want to make it mandatory, a reason code as a mandatory for a movement type. Okay, where do you do the setup?
Reason for moment type. In the IMG settings, SPRO, purchasing, in the inventory IMG settings, there is one settings is called specify reason for moment. We can make the settings for that for each moment.
Okay, the same in the OMG as the define moment types only. Okay, we will have reason for movement. Okay, here first you have to create the reason for movement. Then when you go to the field selection, here you need to keep the reason for movement field. Okay, maybe if you don't know the this one, GRUND. This one, this field should make it as a required entry.
Required entry. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. What do you know about physical inventory? Can you tell me the step-by-step physical inventory process?
In the physical inventory, at first we are creating the physical inventory process first in the MI. We are actually the physical inventory concept is we are matching our system value as actual physical value, whether it's matching or not. So at first we are checking how much stock is available. Then we are making the count. After that we are clearing the difference. So for starting the physical inventory, that T code is MI01. After that, we will make the count in the T code MI04. After that, we can clear our count in MI07.
Mm-hmm. So what exactly the process happens in physical inventory?
In the process of physical inventory, we are checking our goods, whether it's having. So suppose, for example, if in system there are 100 stocks are there, but in physically 50 or 60 stocks are there. So we are trying to issue 100 stocks. At that time, mismatch of stock occurs. Or to avoid such kind of things, we are doing physical inventory.
So what are the benefits? For example, if your business says that, what is the benefit you can get from the physical inventory if you do for monthly? Okay, how do you explain? What benefit you are going to explain?
Like some mismatch, as I say, there is no mismatch of stock happens. So at the time of goods issuing to say, suppose production or sales or doing something, so the business can run smoothly as we are tracking the goods on a regular interval of time. At that point of view, some amounts may be some lakhs or crores of value. If that things are mismatched or that things are lost, we can do a audit also why it is lost, why there is a mismatch of kind of stuff. With that physical inventory, our like time and value both can be saved.
Okay, we can explain that. What is the benefit of you doing physical inventory for every month? Okay, the book inventory and the physical inventory we can compare. Okay, if there are differences are there, we can post it and we can analyze. You have to tell that the business, you can analyze why the differences are happening every month, whether is it due to manual counting or else any kind of mission issues, or we need to introduce any kind of emissions to avoid these kind of manual calculations, which is leading for the stock inconsistency between the physical and system. So this kind of analysis can be done. Which materials are generally getting more stock differences, and what are the root cause for that, and find out the root cause and check in market what kind of new equipment was available to use it and to reduce that stock loss. Okay, these kind of things can be done. So finally the physical inventory will help us to make the physical stock and system stock both are equal at the end once we post the differences. But how much percentage of differences are happening for every month, and how fast the moving materials, and how much loss is happening, and the logistics management should discuss and find out the main root cause and respect to actions they have to take to reduce that stock loss and what is exactly happening. Okay, we need to explain that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, for example, when you want to do goods receipt and invoice receipt, okay, we have to process, right? If you want to do invoice receipt first before goods receipt, what we have to do in purchase order?
GR-based invoice verification, we need to uncheck that.
Okay, you want to have that as a by default. How can you achieve?
GR-based invoice verification having by default.
You don't want by default. This flag you should do blank by default.
Okay, sir. So in info record we will not maintain that, so it will not come in the PO.
Yeah, you can update in the info record. If you don't have info record, that directly you can update from the vendor master itself. From vendor master to info record it will come, and if you remove that, system will consider the more priority to the info record, so the flag will be removed automatically here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is the use of this free indicator, free of charge?
Sometimes the vendor wants to give some goods as free after we are purchasing like 100 or thousands of material. 20 or this kind of material, vendor wants to give the material as free. If we check the free indicator, the invoice tab will be suppressed and the net price will be grayed out. So we can receive the free, like some free goods from the vendor.
Okay. So there won't be any invoice.
No, there will be no invoice.
Yeah, because invoice will be automatically removed when you activate the data. Okay.
You can go ahead with like entire not only inventory. One of my friends at the interview, all kind of questions are asking in the interview. They are not linked.
Have you worked on any kind of purchase order reports?
Purchase order standard or enhancement?
Purchase order for any report or forms, any kind of enhancements.
Okay. So in our previous company, the purchase orders, like they are combining with header or item level data. Suppose say the purchase order are released or not, and what are the condition types. Sometimes they are adding the freight value. By adding all those values, we made one enhancement form, so which are taking the data from PO and creating a customized user requirements report.
What is the what kind of tables you use for that requirement?
For that, most of the fields were taking from EKKO and EKPO, like the release strategy, whether it is subjected to release strategy or not, or what is the purchase organization, purchasing group, and vendor used in that PO, how many line items are there. So for one line item, if it's 10, if the report only, it will say like it's 10, 20, 30. If it is marked for deletion, it will show it is marked for deletion. This kind of thing. Suppose the PO is on hold, there is one field for hold. So this kind of fields are there.
Okay. Can you tell any two different types of item categories in SAP purchasing, and tell me the use of those item categories?
I will go with our consignment and our subcontracting. There are two different item categories. Generally, item category defines the types of procurement in the purchasing process. So I will go with consignment. In the consignment process, vendor will keep his goods in our premises only. No immediate payment, no immediate invoice will be done. How much amount of goods we consume?
Okay, you can just tell me the item category name and the type of procurement. That should be fine.
Okay, item category will be K, and for the subcontracting, item category should be L.
Okay. Can you create a new item category in SAP?
No, we will not create. We can create any item category in SAP.
Okay. But if you want to maintain release strategies, if you want to change, which transaction code you use in production system?
Release strategy we want to change, like ME28.
Release strategy values, like characteristic values or anything planned you want to change or something.
Okay, we will use CL20N.
Yeah, like CL20N or CL24N.
Both we can use CL20 and CL24N.
Okay. Do you have idea about the tables, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the table to get the special stocks with vendor? Which table can give you the information about the stock with vendor?
Stocks with vendor. Okay. Special stocks with vendor, sir, I don't have any idea about that.
Okay. You can get from the MSLB table, which will give you the special stocks with vendor.
Special stocks with vendor. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. What is three-way match and what is two-way match? Procurement process.
In the three-way match, we are doing a PO, GR, and invoice. In the two-way match, PO and invoice.
Okay. In case of two-way match, when you do the invoice, what kind of accounting entries will come?
Two-way match accounting entries, KBS WRX.
Why WRX? When there is no GR?
Okay, sir. So,
okay. And also, whenever you answer, try to avoid that SAP terms. You tell GRIR clearing account, like that you talk. Okay. If they ask the key, then you tell the. Okay. For example, okay, PO, when there is no GR and directly PO, and after that you are doing invoice receipt, then it will be consumption account debit, and vendor account will get credit. Okay, consumption account will debit, and that will be KBS, and the vendor account will get credit. Okay, because there will not be any GRIR, because there is no goods received, right? So the consumption account debit and that vendor account will get credit. During payment, vendor account will get debit and the bank account will get credit. So that will be the interest. Okay. No point of GRIR.
Okay, sir.
You should just understand that when the GRIR will come, there is a goods received. So whether it can be before IR or after IR, that doesn't make sense. But GRIR clearing account will be hit during the process. Okay. The GR or IR, but when there is no GR, then you don't have to if you understand that logic, you will not get confused.
Okay, sir.
Okay. If you want to print manually, for example, after creation of PO after approve, okay, if business says that we don't want to print directly, we want to print whenever we want. Okay, then what option you will select in the PO messages? Like they don't want to immediately trigger that printout output. They don't want to trigger immediately. They want to do with our own transaction. So how do you set up that?
PDF exclamatory one T code is there.
No. Okay. I think. So what I was saying is immediately it should not become output. Okay. They want to print
Okay.
manually. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
These people deleting all standard things also they are removing. Okay. From condition records itself, you can keep the option 3. Send with application
Okay.
on transaction. Okay.
Yes. Okay, sir.
So that it should be do from the ME9F. Not only print.
ME9.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I
It should
forgot.
be done for ME9F. Oh, in the side system, someone has removed NEU, all standards also removed.
Yes, sir. ME9F I was aware of, but I just simply forgot that.
Okay. How can you control? You can do from the when you create condition records, there only you can maintain it. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever is available, for example, if it is NEU. When you maintain here, you can give by default 3. So that it only come by default as 3, and later you can manually ME9F. We need to trigger that output. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir. Got it.
What else?
4 means printing immediately. Yes.
Yeah. Any not only print, any output, whether it is sending email or any kind of a thing, the output immediately will become green. Okay. If it is 3, then you need to run with ME9F to complete that respect of transaction.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Finally, you know of the physical inventory process. Okay. And generally, who will post the MI07?
MI07 will means in clients there will be plant head, I think.
Okay. Most of the projects, the MI07 access will be given to the finance. Okay. The logistics team only, they enter the account, like they create the physical inventory document, they calculate print the document, then they check the count, then they enter the count. But final differences checking and posting will be mostly given to the finance or any head of the mostly the finance head, those people only. And some projects, what happened, the logistics head will have the access to check it, because the posting, once you post the document, system will generate the loss or gain, right? Okay, so that access will be given to the head, that is for sure. But some projects, most of the projects will use finance, and some projects may use the logistics head, who is authorized to verify, and the differences can be posted, because in MA20, when you see the differences, you can see the amount, everything will be seen. Okay, so that will be posted. It cannot be like you don't give answer. No one can, like clerk or somebody, nobody will do. Most of the cases, heads will be 100% heads will be there. Most of the cases, but Even the access also, logistics will not have that. Logistics only planning, enter the count only. But the posting differences, most of the finance heads will take care about that one. But that will be maybe the slightly changes, but heads will be mostly it will be same. Okay, but finance will take care about the postings, the final postings.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 So have you worked on any kind of like a release procedure, but you sending email or any workflow related thing, customized?
Workflow. No, I have not worked in the workflow, but I worked in the release strategy changes in our previous company.
Okay.
Some of the
Normal release strategy changes and all you worked it.
yes, sir.
Okay. What are the cutover data generally comes in SAP MM project?
Cutover data, open stocks, open POs, and open orders, work orders.
Work order means?
Work order means we can say service POs.
Okay. How do you consider a PO is open?
If the PO's delivery, there are three types of open PO are there. Two types of completely open or partially open. If it is completely open, then 100 items order, no items delivered. Partially open means 100 item order, 50 items delivered, 60 items are open. Delivery in completion indicator class should not be sent there.
Okay. 50 are open, but if the business says that we don't need these materials anymore, okay, then will you consider that PO for cutover or not?
At that time, we have to say that we have to create a new PO. At that time of data migration, we will create a new
I know
PO.
that one. So there are 200 POs are I have found out by the purchasing person. These are the purchase orders. We order to the vendor, but we are waiting for the materials. Okay, but business says that these materials we don't need anymore. Okay. Then will you consider those POs for cutover or not?
No, according to business, it's not required to them. So, as their demand only, we can go ahead.
Yeah, and what is the purpose of creating the purchase orders, the new purchase orders with a partial quantity or full quantity? What is the business purpose? Whatever we create the purchase orders with partial quantity or full quantity, right? And what is the business purpose?
Business purpose. Suppose we are saying they have 50 quantity they have ordered and 25 they have received. If you are creating 25 PO as fresh means we will have easy to migrate the data into SAP easily if you are going with that. If you will create the new purchase order.
Okay, you can just simply answer like that materials are going to be sent by the vendors in future, so that in future when vendor sends the materials to the warehouse, at that point of time SAP will be in their ERP system, so that material should be received to the SAP. So when they want to receive the material, we should have a PO. Okay, so all POs should be created and make available in the SAP system, so that when the materials are coming, they will do the goods receipt.
Okay,
so overall, the questions and the way of explanation also it's good. Okay, so you revise based on your skill set and what exactly you're working and what exactly you're preparing. So just revise and talk confidently. I think more or less the questions to answers are most of the things are fine.
Sir, one more question.
Okay. Today we'll do a mock interview on SAP MM interview, and in this interview I will try to cover all the areas of SAP MM, the key areas of SAP MM. Like in your SAP MM experience, in which areas of MM you are comfortable? For example, what area you are strong? Procurement or inventory, or like any kind of special things you have done in MM. What is your strong area?
Like in procurement, subcontracting, consignment, and service procurement, and the transport orders, transport orders, like the pricing procedure, release strategy, and also in inventory management.
Okay, you work on different areas. Okay, and have you worked any kind of development kind of thing? Like
Development, I have not did much.
Mm-hmm.
With development only I have some problem.
Okay.
Like the life.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Currently, I am doing one government project
Mm-hmm.
as a SRM consultant.
SRM concept. Okay, you have idea about SRM. In SRM, like what procurement you are working?
Extended classic scenario.
Okay, extended classic scenario. What is the difference between classic scenario and extended classic?
In classic scenario, that leading purchase order will be created in backend in SAP ECC, and in extended classic scenario, leading purchase order will be created in SRM. That is the main difference.
Okay. So what are the settings you have to do to get the automatic accounts and all in SRM when you create the purchase order? This automatic account determination setup, everything happen in ECC, right? Do you have to perform any kind of setup to get that automatic account determination in SRM?
See, still initial stage is going on, and also I am not that much. I don't have that much hands-on experience in SRM.
Okay.
So really, I'm parallelly I'm learning and I'm doing SRM. Actually, we agreed between. I agreed with my manager. I told him frankly, clearly that I don't know SRM.
Mm-hmm.
I had to learn and add implement. He agreed.
Okay.
So initial like validation basis. Technical setting validation and some org structure and attributes, assigning attributes, all those, and like some this one notes, SAP OSS notes for implementation. And,
anyway, we will go with SAP MM only. We will go with SAP MM. What are the areas and all those things? Okay. What is the importance of standard purchasing organization?
Standard purchase organization. Standard purchase organization. We have standard purchase organization. Whenever we want to create automatic purchase order, for that it will help standard purchase organization for creation of automatic PO creation.
Okay. Like what are the menu configuration you do for that?
For automatic purchase order.
Standard purchasing organization. What is the use of standard purchasing organization? Like what kind of configuration you need to perform?
Yeah, we had to in purchase organization. We have a reference purchase organization which will be useful for creation of long-term contracts. And standard purchase organization, we can assign any. If we have 2-3 purchase organizations, we can assign any one of the purchase organization as a standard purchase organization.
Okay. See, mainly the standard purchasing organization. If you have only one purchasing organization, we can use that purchasing organization as standard purchasing organization and also normal or regular purchasing organization. Okay. If you have one purchasing organization, we can keep it as a standard purchasing organization. What is the use of that standard purchasing organization? It will be useful for special procurements like consignment, pipeline, and stock transfer. For these things, see, you can see here. If several purchasing organizations procure for a certain plant, you can define one of them as the standard purchasing organization for the transactions, pipeline, consignment, and stock transfers. Okay, if you have only one purchasing organization, we will keep the same purchasing organization as a standard. Means here what we do, standard purchasing organization is there, right? In the same purchasing organization. Okay, whatever you want to use, see for your plant, your purchasing organization only you will assign as a standard purchasing organization. If you have a different, then you have to give that different thing. Otherwise, you should not keep it like that with default 1000 when you're copying whatever it will come. Okay, you need to give your purchasing organization. That is the use. Okay. Okay. Controlling area level, like valuation area we have, right? The valuation area level. What are the different levels you can maintain? Like valuation area can be maintained at what levels as per a SIP standard?
Valuation level, valuation area we can maintain company code and plant level. And SAP required to use plant level only because every plant has a different pricing system. No? Maybe one material will have different price in other plants. If we use company code means all the plant will be having same prices.
Yeah. Generally, it is recommended, and even all companies follow the same method, like valuation area at plant level.
Right.
Okay. And see, when you're maintaining an info record, okay, what are the important fields we capture in info record, and how does it be useful for our regular business?
Main info record we will use for this is like a master data only. For whether what will be the validity date, what will be the conditions, and whether the whether the vendor we have to make it like default, or we can block the vendor, or like schedule lines we can create automatically by giving the schedule lines in the beside block that status. What is the status like?
Yeah, mainly you see when it comes to info record, simply you tell like we can capture the price for the combination of the plant purchasing organization and vendor. Okay, obviously for the material. Yeah, obviously material. The price you are maintaining for the material only, right? We won't maintain for a vendor or we maintain for a plant. Okay, and also we can give the tax code, which tax code is allowed for that, and also if you have any discounts and such kind of charges also you can maintain. Okay, and delivery time or any kind of tolerances, anything, these kind of details also we can maintain in the info record.
Yeah, also and we can block the vendor, and also you can make it like default vendor also.
Yeah, default vendor we can make it by not default vendor, we can make it with regular vendor flag, but the blocking vendor and all that happens in source list. Okay, that is different. So fixed or blocking in a vendor will happen in the source list.
Yeah, I confused. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So you have a info record for material and vendor combination, material vendor purchasing organization combination for the price of 100 rupees. Okay. And you have a material master. In material master accounting view, you have maintained the price of 120 rupees. When you create a purchase order for that material and vendor combination, which price will pick in PO? Material price or info record price?
Info record price will consider first priority.
Info record price. Okay, material master price will never come.
Material master price like no, it will not come. No? Only will come for the it will not come. It will come only info record price or contract price or last purchase order price.
Okay, when you create a purchase requisition, you have info record in place and material master price, everything is available. When you create a purchase requisition, which price will pick?
Purchase request. In purchase request, material master price will pick. I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah, for purchase requisition, we won't have any condition tab, kind of pricing procedure and all. Okay, it's only the information purpose. It will pick from the material master.
Yeah.
Okay. What is meant by release order?
Release order, like if you will make long-term contract, against that contract, whatever we will release purchase orders, that purchase order will call release orders.
Yeah, the purchase order which is created against a contract is called as a release order. See, the conditions which are maintaining in the purchase order, those are time independent or time dependent?
In purchase order, time independent. Because once we will create purchase order until the purchase order finish, time independent only.
Okay. For your RFQ, can I maintain time dependent conditions?
Yeah, possible through document types.
Okay. Like for RFQ, we can maintain either time dependent or independent. Anything is possible.
Possible.
Yeah. What are the conditions in contract? Is it time dependent or independent?
Contract time independent.
No, contract is time dependent because we will have a validity period for contract. This contract is valid for today to next 1 year.
Yeah, until that 1 year independent only. No?
No, actually, then everything is independent only. Today I'm independent, but tomorrow I'm not dependent.
No, what if any already the conditions are there, no? Already agreed conditions.
Yeah, actually, we in SAP we call it as a time dependent. Independent means there should not be any time limit. See, when you create a contract, okay, there is a time independent. It's a time dependency is there. Today, July 1st, you created a contract, okay, and it is going to expire on June 30th, 2018. Means it's a time dependent. 1 year only the contract is valid. The conditions are valid for only 1 year. Contract, info record, these are all are time dependent. They have a time limit, either 1 year or 6 months or 3 months like that. But when it comes to purchase order, today you created a PO, whatever the price conditions you have given, you can do goods receipt for the same price after 2 years also, because there is no time limit for that. That's why we call it as a time independent. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. That is the contract info record and all. But RFQs, bidding agreement for these things and all, we have option whether you want to keep time dependent or independent like that. But for PO, it is always time independent. It doesn't bother about the time until you do the goods receipt and all. Okay. Okay, we have a purchase requisition release procedure. Okay. Purchase requisition release procedure. What are the key fields which will make you to differentiate between item level release and header level release?
What are the key fields?
You need to key points. Tell me 2 points which is making you item level release and header level release.
I did not understand properly, Mr. Ganesh.
Okay, see how many types of releases available in purchase requisition?
2 types. Sir.
What are those?
Item level is header level.
Okay, how do you do the configuration for header level? Tell me the process.
Header level, huh? Header level will make classification strategy, characteristics, class, and communication structure is CDAN.
Mm-hmm.
But we will make after that we will make like release groups, release reports, release strategy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, those are all common for item level and header level. I'm asking what are the key parameters which will make you difference. Okay, I will explain in 2-3 minutes. See, we have item level and header level for a purchase requisition release process. For PO, only header level. We don't have these kind of complex things. But for item, for PR, we have item level and header level. The first parameter, whenever you want to do that in CBAN, which is a communication structure for purchase requisition. Okay. In this communication structure, we have 2 fields. Okay. One is GSWRT, total value item. Okay. And another one is GFWRT. This is called total value of requisition for overall release procedure. If you want a class, means if your business requirement is header level release, at that point of time when you create the class, you should use GFWRT as a character for value. If you want header level, you should use GFWRT. If you want item level, you should use GSWRT. This is the first important point. Okay. There are 2 fields are there for value. One is total value of item. This should be used if you want item level release, and GFWRT should be used for header level release. If you mismatch this, your release procedure won't work. First point. Second, when you do the setup release procedure, for purchase requisition, we can give 2. Okay. One is the item level we can give, header level also. 2 classes we can maintain. For release group level, you should flag this button. Overall purchase requisition, right? If you flag this button, then only it will work as a header level release, or else it will be item level. Second point. And also, in define document types, for the purchase requisition document type, you should decide whether you need header level release or item level release. This is the one. For example, NB document type. Here you can see one more slide, same flag, overall release. If for NB, if you want header level, you need to flag this, or else you need to keep it. Means header level or item level release, if anyone is asking, mainly key points are, you should give the overall PR value field as a characteristic for header level release, and also you should activate the overall release button for the release group and class where you have assigned. Just now we have seen. Second point. And third point is for the document type, your purchase requisition document type also, you need to activate the overall release. If it is item level, yeah.
One doubt is, if a document type, if you will not give document type, if you will not click overall release, and we will concentrate on the release procedure, it will not work, no?
No, it won't work. See, release group you are activating means your release group is and class, those are as the overall release. Still, we can control which document type needs header level and which document type needs item level. Two levels we can maintain it. That is a higher level. Next is document type level. Okay.
Other classes.
Yeah, for the classification. For item level, the same points. You should use the field GSWRT to create the class, first point, and you should remove the flag of overall release for the class, second point. Again, for document types, you remove the overall release. So reverse points, that's it. Header level, item level. These are the main points which we should know. Okay. 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 When you create a PO, the purchase requisition, you are making, you are giving as a input and you are getting the PO. Okay. Will price copy from purchase requisition?
No, price will not copy from purchase requisition. In purchase order, we have to give price, or it will take some contract or info record or large purchase order.
Yeah. Purchase requisition generally, as per SAP standard, it won't come until you maintain some parameters. Okay. There are parameters, if you maintain, then only it will come. Otherwise, you always get price from the contract, info record, those things only. Okay. See, you have a STO pricing procedure. Okay. What are the parameters will play the role to get the pricing procedure automatically to stock transport order?
For STO, we have this. Actually, I don't know this one. I know, but not on the detail. Because in STO, we are not using any pricing procedure in our previous company. That's why I didn't concentrate much on that.
Okay, see, for STO, actually we have a pricing procedure for intra STO in SAP. Yeah. I
saw only one field menu is there for STO. I didn't use that one.
Okay, anyway, I'll just show you the point. In STO pricing procedure, we have a schema determination. Generally for normal pricing procedure, we have this one, right? Vendor schema group, vendor schema group, and schema group purchasing organization will play the role. But when it comes to STO, determine schema for stock transport orders. For this, we have to do the schema group, purchasing organization, and document type and supplying plant. This is the combination will play the role to determine the pricing procedure. Generally, what
We have to give mandatorily.
No, supplying plant is not mandatory. We'll keep it as a blank because each company will have a 15, 20, 30 plants. You cannot do the configuration for each plant. Okay. The supplying plant, we keep it blank and we give the combination of the schema group purchasing organization and document type. For example, if you have a 2-3 STO pricing procedures and one is for 5 plants and one is for another 8 plants, if you have such kind of complex pricing procedures and different pricing procedures, then supplying plant we will use it. Because we have to determine for same document type, same schema group purchasing organization, you need different pricing procedures for different supplying plants. At that point of time, we use supplying plant or else we'll keep it as a blank. This is the configuration where we do it. Okay. Okay. When you are doing the STO PO with the STO pricing procedure, okay, from where the price will pick?
From material master of the supplying plant. For STO, one minute, Mr. Ganesh. STO purchase order will be prepared by requesting plant. The material price will come from their material master, requesting plant material master.
Yeah, it will come from the supplying plant. Okay, not from the receiving plant.
Supplying plant?
Yeah, from whatever the supplying plant you are giving as a, what you call, it's a supplying plant we give right at the header, price will pick from the supplying plant. Because the material is coming from the supplying plant, even the value also will be coming from the supplying plant only. Okay. Okay. You are doing a simple intra-company STO purchase order, and you have done the goods issue at the supplying plant. Stock has come in the transit. Then you are receiving the material at the receiving plant. What are the accounting entries at the receiving plant?
There will be no accounting entry in the receiving plant. It will be in only a issuing plant. It will be accounting entry.
Mm-hmm.
But it will accounting will happen in stock in transit.
No, accounting entries will happen during goods issue.
Only goods issue. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah. Because the value is passing from the supplying plant. That's why accounting entries will come at the time of goods issue only.
There will be no accounting entry.
Okay. Do you create purchase order for a pipeline procurement?
No purchase order. Purchase order for pipeline, no?
Mm-hmm. Do you create a PO?
No PO, no GR. Only info record.
Info record and?
Info record and settlement only. MRKO.
We'll do before MRKO, you have to do 201P. We'll do the goods issue. Goods issue of pipeline. Yeah. Because pipeline, we don't maintain any stock. What we do, we directly keep the stock and we issue it. We directly.
For consignment 411K and for pipeline 201P.
Yeah, even for consignment also 201K we do, but in consignment we create a PO and we do the goods receipt, and goods receipt will happen with 101K and stock will be in the warehouse, but no accounting entries for 101K because that material is not belong to us. It will still belong to the vendor. And once we do the 201K goods issue of cost center to goods issue to cost center from a consignment stock, then only you will get the accounting entries. At the same time for pipeline also same 201P and then settlement MRKO and payment. Okay. Okay. What is the transaction key which will hit when you do initial stock upload? 561. Just tell me what is the use of initial stock upload with 561 and what are the accounting entries when you do initial stock upload?
BSX.
So first you tell me the purpose of 561 initial stock upload.
Initial stock.
What is the use?
When we implement any SAP project, at the beginning, if you want to upload the material stock in the production server, that time we will use, and also for inventory, physical inventory, if you want to adjust material, that time we will use the 561.
Yeah. What are the accounting entries?
Accounting entry BSX, top account will debit and loss or gain account. I'm not sure. Loss or gain account.
Not loss or gain. Loss or gain will come for the physical inventory. Okay. That is INV, register loss or gain. For 561, BS stock account BSX debit positive, and initial entry of stock account GBB BSA. Okay.
GBB BS.
Yeah, BSA, it will get credit. Okay. In case of
the always standard.
Yeah, always standard. If you go to anywhere in the world, it will be always standard. Let me show you that also. Okay. Wherever you go, that will be standard. Valuation and account assignment. Okay. Then account determination. Account determination without wizard. Here, before configure automatic question, we have a small document. It's very helpful to understand the importance of transaction keys and that account grouping keys and all. See this.
Yesterday only I copied.
Okay. This is the BSA, initial entry of stock balances. BSX debit, GBB BSA credit. Okay. Okay. Now, what is the use of account category reference?
Account category reference, like it is a bridge or a link between valuation class and material types. If you want to restrict material type or valuation classes to the material type, we will use account category reference. The intermediate
Okay. See, the account category reference is not a bridge and all. Account category reference will be useful to assign material type and valuation class. Okay.
Yeah, like that's what I told.
Yeah, A to B, B to C. For example, we don't have a direct assignment to valuation class and material type. That's fine. The account category reference will be useful as a bridge. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. See, for example, if you don't use account category reference in automatic account determination, what will happen?
In material master, it will show all the valuation classes. So maybe that person who is creating material master, he will become confused. Means he will give wrong input, wrong data, wrong valuation class. Maybe it will.
Yeah.
Because it will show all the valuation classes.
Yeah, selection valuation class list will be very high. Other than that, we don't have any other impact. Selections of things will be more. Okay.
If you give account category reference, it will restrict like the 3-4 only.
What is use of valuation grouping code?
Valuation grouping code is it will group the valuation areas together, which like if you want to make same for GL account and like it will similar type of characteristics, similar type of GL account means accounting entry, it will club together in the valuation grouping.
Yeah, multiple valuation areas like this 1101, 1102, all are grouped to one valuation grouping code. Because of that, whatever the configuration we do with valuation grouping code 0001, that will be applicable to all the valuation areas which are under that valuation grouping code.
Right.
Okay. And
Mr. Ganesh, we will give in configuration of automatic posting OBYC. We will give that valuation this one, no? Valuation
grouping code.
Grouping code.
Yes,
Before the initial stage, initial column.
Yeah, we queue that because see, for example, if you take this BSX here, nobody has given. Then I have to go to rules, and I need to select this valuation modifier and valuation class. Okay, and then I have to come to account. Yes. Okay, here the valuation modifier is 0001 and valuation class is 3000. Then the respect to GL account. I think this is last digit. Yeah, this one. Okay. In the same way, we need to maintain for others 3000, 3100.
In my current project, there is no OBVC setting.
Okay. 3200.
We are not concentrating on.
Because of SRM, they would have used any kind of what you call customization things, or else it is mandatory.
Yeah, that's what I initially asked them. There is no OBVC setting. They told they are not concentrating on account postings.
Mm-hmm. If you don't use, what will happen? Everything you need to give manually, and also your goods issues and all won't happen.
Only one GL account they are using, and all goods issues are cost and account assigned. Account assigned means all goods issues will go consumption.
Okay.
Everything will be consumption only. Purchase order, all account assigned purchase orders, and goods issues all consumption only.
Okay, we need to give this like this. Then whatever the valuation modifier assignment, everything comes under this. That is the way how do you maintain it.
Right. In GBP, only we have to give GL account, no? The setting will be already done by SAP, standard setting, right?
Yeah, standard setting only. But for GBP, what we do, that valuation modifiers and all are there, right? Until you create any new thing, you don't have to touch anything. Okay. See, the valuation modifier is there, valuation grouping code, and general modifiers. General modifiers means these are the things: BSA, VPR, VBO, all these things, and valuation class and debit and credit GL accounts. Okay. The same thing we maintain it. Okay. What is the
when we will call account modifier and when we will call general modifier for that GBP?
No, GBP is a transaction key. Okay. GBP.
For that transaction key.
See. Now, yeah, but yeah, it's a name only, but both are same. General modifier and account modifier both are same. And we have to understand that valuation modifier means valuation grouping code. Okay. Valuation modifier means valuation grouping code. That point we'll just revise once. Upon the terminologies, valuation modifier, which is using here, equal to
valuation
grouping code. Valuation grouping code. Just to avoid confusion. And this general modifier equal to the same thing, we use it as account grouping modifier, right? The same, this one only. If you see this general modifier, the key, the different meaning depending on the difference of account determination. Okay. The same thing we can call it as a account grouping also. See, when it comes to this document, when you are seeing that, right, that word here, when you see GBP, here you can see the word offsetting entries for stock postings or user inventory management. They are dependent on account grouping to which each movement type is assigned. Okay. Which movement types are assigned? The following account groupings are defined in the standard. These are all account groupings. Okay, when you are using that word of account modifier, account grouping and all, these are all which are under the GBP or which are under the PRD. Like wherever you have this cockpit kind of thing, combination of different keys, then it will come with account grouping or modifier. What word you are using, right? That belongs to the same. We don't have to confuse on that. When it comes to consignment, it doesn't come under this what you call GBP. It's a direct transaction key. Consignment liabilities account is there. KON will hit. Okay. What is the use of ERS? ERS functionality.
evaluate receipt settlement, no?
Yeah, evaluate receipt settlement. What is the purpose and how does it work?
We want to post the invoice without receiving invoice from the vendor. We have to use that one. Yeah, that evaluate receipt settlement.
What are the settings, basic settings you have to perform, and what is the main functionality? What is use of ERS functionality?
ERS, this is like settlement from our side. The invoices we will settle from against the goods received from our side without intervention of the vendor. Vendor will not send the invoices. We will settle according to the goods receipts. For that, goods receipt against invoice is mandatory, and we have to mention the ERS flag in the vendor master, and info record also we have to flag.
Okay, info record we should not flag no ERS. Okay. No ERS we should not tick. Okay. No ERS we should not tick, and vendor master should have a ERS flag. And first of all, we should have an agreement with the vendor. Whatever the price we are giving in the purchase order, I am going to pay the same amount. There will not be any changes in the invoice verification. That is the first agreement between vendor and the company. Then only we will activate ERS for that vendor. Otherwise, what will happen? PO is created for 100 rupees price and some 30 rupees, 100 rupees freight and some 500 rupees material cost. But when it comes to invoice verification, freight was 500 to some 150 is increased, or else the 500 rupees material price is increased to 550. Okay, frequently these things will happen. Those are all we can adjust in Miro invoice verification. But when it comes to ERS, we have a pre-agreement like there will not be any kind of changes. Once we agree that one, we activate ERS. What is the benefit of ERS? There is a transaction code called MRRL. Okay. For the MRRL, we create a background job. Okay. In that background job, we every day evening 6 o'clock like that, we create a background job for MRRL. What will MRRL will do? It will collect the list of POs which have done goods receipt. Okay. For which goods receipt is completed, system will filter those POs, those documents, and it will generate invoice verification without any manual effort. That is the use of ERS. See, for example, if you take this one and document selection, I don't know any POs are available, any document, we'll just check this. Document selection per vendor for order item, and I will pass company code 1000 and we will execute it. We will get the list of documents which are ready to create invoice verification. The documents which have ERS tick mark in the vendor master and which have tick mark in the purchase order, which don't have a no ERS tick mark. Obviously, PO is the final document. Vendor master, info record, those are all our masters, which will give the data to PO, but ultimately we can have in PO to overwrite or to make changes and all. Okay, see, we got multiple documents which are ready to create invoice verification. Okay, then we need to select any of the document, and you can check this. It's test run. Okay. For example, you can directly give a vendor RFI PO number. Anything we can pass it to generate the ERS. Here we have run with test run. Okay, that's why system didn't generate the documents. If you remove the test run, system will directly generate it. Yeah. What will I do? I will take any one document, 45000 450000 5143. Okay, but here we can see some information text which is available and all. Okay, GR-based invoice verification. To avoid all those things, we will create one PO as a fresh.
Ganesh, one doubt is there.
Mhm.
Actual implementation, we are not concentrating more on invoices, no?
Yeah, it will be like partially FI will take care.
Yeah, my current project is, I'm not concentrating nothing, I'm not doing anything at all.
Yeah, invoice verification will be handled by FI.
So why we have in our also in interview also people will ask, and also for certification also we have too much we have to concentrate on invoices. But in actual,
But we should have, because what will happen when it comes to invoice, we have this PO based invoices, right? That's why we should have a knowledge. And few projects only will handle invoice verification, and few projects FI will handle. Okay, but we should have a knowledge. That is the main thing. See, in first vendor master, we have to activate the ERS stick. Okay, then if you create a PO,
we also have to.
it will come automatically. You can just see ERS tick mark has come. We just need to keep whether the ERS tick mark, and also we have to keep GR based invoice verification as a mandatory. Okay, that is important, and also the tax code, because when you are doing the invoice verification, you should give the input tax code. That is important. Yeah. I think the tax code is correct or not, we need to check. Okay, once we have done all those things, we need to do the course receipt. Okay, so then you have to do the course receipt. Against PO. Okay, course receipt we are performing now. Once the JR is completed, we have to do the invoice verification. Okay, we can run MRRL, and we'll keep the same thing, and we can take the PO directly. We'll take the PO which is created today. Document PO date 02/07/2017. If any error message, system only will give that message. I will keep test run. I have a doubt on tax code. Let's see. ERS settlement, no message was found for partner JKVN. Everything is perfect. It looks like everything is perfect. Okay. Now remove this test run, then execute it. What is the test run? We can see any kind of error messages are available. Then earlier we have seen that GR based invoice verification and all those things.
Already created.
We'll just run this one. We have removed the test and kept the settlement, and I kept the document item and all. And here, if you see this document, it's still saying there is a message. Here, no message was found for partner GKBN and company code GKCC. We'll see that what is that message. We got a message like there was no message was maintained for the combination of the vendor and company code. That's why you have to come to NACE, then select invoice verification, and go to condition records. Here, ERS procedure. For ERS procedure, we'll maintain for company code and vendor combination. Vendor is GKB1, and company code is GKCC. Now click on communication. Here we can give that printer name. This data medium, we can give send immediately. No? We don't want to run the again transaction and all. Medium is print out. Now condition records are maintained. Now we will run MRRL. Document is this one. And we'll run test run. Okay, there is no information text. Okay, earlier there was a message is coming, messages are not maintained, means output condition records are not maintained because you are generating invoice automatically, but to take the printout of the invoice, you should have a messages. Okay, that's why we have to maintain the condition records. Now I am removing this test flag and passing the same information. Now I execute it. When you execute it, system should generate an invoice verification document in the background. You should maintain the output condition records for invoice verification also in NSE. Okay, see now document is generated. Now click on the document. Okay, this is the invoice document is generated. And if you click on follow on document, this one, vendor accounts get credit, GRIR debit. Okay. Here we can see like what if we go to the header details and all. Here we can come to know what from where it is created. Okay, MRRL. If you have a some list of invoices and you want to know which is created with manually or which is created with what T code and all, we can get from the like if you go to MIR file, list of invoices will come, but RBKP will give you the document. For example, what is this document? This is the document, right? This is the accounting document. This is the document. And financial year 2017. We can get the list of documents. Here we can get the transaction codes. Mirror. Okay. And also if when you run this table RBKP, which is the invoice document header table. Here also we just give 2017 and execute it. You will get the list of invoice documents which are created in this year. Okay. Here, see our document, MRRL. Okay. Yeah, who has created and at what date. RBKP will give you the details of very clear details about the invoice document, from where it is created, who has created, all the details you will get it. RBKP. Yeah. Okay, here the question is like, what is the main advantage to use intra-company STO with delivery and without delivery? What is the main advantage to use with delivery compared to without delivery?
The shipping instruction will come up, that's all. That is the only difference, right?
Yeah, but along with that, we have one more good use is, for example, in purchase order, you have given the batch number of a material, okay? For which batch you want to issue the goods, okay? When you do without delivery, you create goods issue against purchase order, correct? 351. You go to goods issue and you will give reference as a purchase order. Then batch number won't be copied to that goods issue screen. To Migo screen, batch number will not be copied. You have to go to PO and copy manually and paste it. Okay. But when it comes to with delivery, you will generate outbound delivery against the purchase order, correct? By using this VL10B. When you are generating outbound delivery, system will copy the batch number from the purchase order to outbound delivery. And then when you're issuing the goods issue against outbound delivery, already batch number is available there. You don't have to search for that. This is one of the benefits. And when we have a delivery, we can take the delivery printout, you can take it, or else if you want to maintain any other details in outbound delivery, we can capture, okay. And from which shipping point you want to deliver, that option also is available. If your company, your plant is having 3-4 shipping points, okay, the respective goods are shipped from the which loading group, and as per the loading group, the shipping point determination will happen, right? These all additional functionalities will be there for with delivery and without delivery. See, now I will give a small example about the any logic how to build. Okay, you are working on some report. Okay, in that report, material description. Okay, and its valuation price. Okay, the master price and material group. Okay, simple, very simple, just for understanding. In output, you need these 3. Okay, right. For that, what you have to get, and you have a material type, or else you have a material number you are giving as an input. What we do is, first, the logic we have to give, go to MARA table. Okay, go to MARA table and pass material type GROH. Okay, and get list of materials. You have input is material type is there. Pass material type in MARA table and get the material number. These are the material numbers. Okay. For example, you will take 212 as a material number. Once you get the material number, go to MAKT table. This is the description table. Pass material number and long way CN and get the description MAKTX. Okay, these are the fields. See, fields. Pass MATNR in MAKT table and get the description MAKTX. This is the logic for this material description. How do you give the material description logic? You have material type in that input as a report. First is pass material type. What is material type field name when you open the system? For example, /SC11 and MARA. You can display. Okay, to see the material type field name. This is the one, MTART. Okay. How do you write? Pass material type. What is that? MTART in table MARA and get material number. You will get list of material number. That all you have to pass. Material number. What is that field is? MATNR. In the second step, pass material number. This one. Pass material number MATNR in table MAKT and get the material description get the material description field is MAKTX. That's it. Now price, second field. Price you can get directly from one. Pass already if you get the material number, or else still if you want to have a, if you don't have a fresh logic, for example, if you are working on that, then we give like this, or else directly he will pass the second point itself. Directly he will pass the material number. Pass material number in table MB EW. MBEW means what is MBEW? Version S11 MBEW. It's a valuation table. Means the data which is saved in accounting view and all you will get here. Okay. Here the price, standard price or moving average price, which is available. VER, PR or ST, PRS. Just pass that material. 212. Valuation area. You have to pass this. Pass material number MATNR and valuation area WRKS. Introduce the same. You can get the field names also. Fields for selection. Valuation area BW KEY. It's a plant, but that is having a separate field. In table MBEW and get the MAP or what are the price? What is the moving average price? This one VER PR. VER PR. Okay. Or if it is having standard price, STPRS. Or standard price STP. Yes, STP. STPRS. Okay. STPRS. Here are the fields. Yeah, STPRS. Like that, we will give the logic. Okay. If the currency is available, how to get the details. These details we have to give one by one. But what is the difference between different logics and this logic? Only tables will change. If we have a basic knowledge of how to capture data, certain fields you will directly get with single table. For certain fields, you have to pass two tables. And for here, if you pass material number, you are getting the material description. Maybe along with that, you may have to pass the long ways. Okay. Here, along with material number, you have to pass the valuation area also, because each valuation area will have a different price. Yeah, these kind of key input fields we should understand, and we should have a command on the different tables. Once you get the report requirement, then you can work and you can prepare and we can get the data. Yeah. Table. First of all, requirement is price. Okay. Price, material price is available in which view of the material? Accounting view. That we know, right? Then what is the table for accounting view? If you don't remember, just Google it. Or else you open that document where all the tables are available. Okay. Then you came to know like this price, the accounting view is saved in the table MBEW. Okay. What I have to pass to get the price. Then you go to table MBEW, you will find the fields of moving average price and standard price. Okay, if I pass material number in MBEW table, I will get the price. But when you pass material number, what is happening? You are getting 5-6 line items. Each line item belongs to one valuation area, because the same material is available for 5 valuation areas. That's why you got 5 prices. Then what's your mind will tell? Along with material number, I should pass the valuation area also. Okay, that's a derivation. Along with valuation area, I have to pass my valuation area. Then I will get single price. Okay, what is the moving average price, how much available and all. If I don't pass it, then you should give some 2 lines if it is having more. Okay, for example, the material anything if we take. Okay, see how many plants is available, those many are coming. Then if you pass valuation area, only single line will come. Today we'll have a mock interview on topics organization structure, master data, and purchasing, mainly the purchasing, the standard procurement, and the inventory management. Okay, the first question is like, what is the role of a plant in an organization?
plant is we can say a place where manufacturing takes place. I cannot say only manufacturing, we can say that where operations takes place. For example, if I'm having a manufacturing field, then the plant, a plant is a organization part where actually the manufacturing takes place. But if I take an example of non-manufacturing field, like there are post offices are there. So the place where we are getting the letters and then they are delivering to address 1 or address 2, the place where we are getting the letter is a place where operation is going on.
Yeah,
that is a plant.
Yeah. How many plants you can create for a company code?
That is no limit.
Okay. And you have a what you call a retail. Okay. You have a retail and you have a branch in Delhi, and you want to start a new branch in Mumbai. Okay. Will you create a new plan or a new company code?
I'll create a new plan.
Why?
If in case I want accounting to be same, like accounting balance sheet data same for both the plants, number 1 and number 2 in Mumbai, then I'll create a new plan. But if I want separate financial data, then I'll create a new company code.
Yeah, generally, if you want to handle it separate profit and loss and all, we will go for a new company code and all.
Yes. That.
Okay, what is the use of info record?
Purchase info record. Purchase info record is a combination of vendor and price plus material. It simply means that at what price we are getting a material from a vendor. That is purchase info record. At what price we are getting a material from a vendor. That is it.
Yeah,
it's just
like when you create the purchase order, the system will take the price from
automatically purchase info record. Yes.
See, for example, you created a info record with a price of 50, okay, 50 USD, and you have a material master with a price of 60. Okay, you create a PO with that vendor, and what is the price you come to purchase order?
That is from purchase info record. Price never comes from material master.
Okay. For example, if you have a source list, okay, you have blocked a vendor.
Okay. Blocked vendor, yes.
Yeah, you have a blocked vendor from December 1st, 2016 to December 31st, 2017. Okay. Today you are creating a PO with that vendor. What is the system behavior? System will give anything?
Yeah, system will throw a message that that vendor has been blocked for this duration.
No, I have told you like when you have blocked in the duration which is in the next period from December 1st actually. Today you are creating the system won't give any message because vendor is going to block in the future. You have blocked the vendor in the future period.
Future. Okay.
Not today.
So one time more.
Yeah, for example, if you have a blocked vendor on November 1st to some other date, then system will give a message like vendor is blocked. But I told you like the vendor you have blocked in the future time, then the system won't give any message for it.
Yeah, exactly. In future time it will not.
And in material master, you have I have a material 1. Okay, the material number is 1. Okay? In my for plant 1000, I want purchasing to 001, and for plant 2 002, and plant 3 003. Is it possible?
For same material,
same material number means 1. For each plant, I want to have different purchasing groups for my material. Is it possible?
Purchasing group different from same material.
Yeah.
No.
It's possible because the purchasing group will be saved at plant level. Okay, the purchasing group data will be saved in plant level. For material number 1, for each plant you can have a different purchasing groups because the purchasing data will be saved in plant level. Each plant can have its own purchasing data. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And for example, if you have a material, right, and you have not maintained the purchasing view, can you create a PO?
Purchasing view can in Material Master I have not maintained purchasing view, and shall I create a PO? This is the question now.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I can create.
No,
I can create
cannot
by
create.
giving a purchase group manually.
No. You
Okay.
have not maintained a purchasing view. I asked about the purchasing view. Okay. A PO cannot be created for a material if it doesn't have a purchasing view. Purchasing view is mandatory to create a purchase order.
Okay.
Purchasing view, I told you, not purchasing group.
Purchase. Sir, purchasing view in Material Master, na?
Yeah.
Is mandatory. Okay. Okay.
Next,
Okay. I know this.
Okay, how many vendors you create? For example, you create a vendor groups like domestic, import, and all. Okay. What is the use of account group? Account group in vendor master.
Account group in vendor master. Sir, account group is like you can say the base of it, or the controlling part of vendor master. And in account group, there are 3 types of data that we save: purchase organization data, company code data, and one more data is there. So it behaves like a, we can say, backbone in creating vendor master, and rest other things are assigned to the account group.
Okay. You just give an answer like this. For example, domestic material, domestic service vendor, import material, and employee as vendor. We have a different kind of segregation when you give. Account group is useful to segregate these many kind of vendors. We can create multiple account groups for multiple streams, like how many vendor types they want. What kind of controls we can keep. For each one, we can have if we have a different account groups, we can have a different number ranges, different screen layouts. For domestic material, you want to keep what you call currency as a mandatory. For a import, you want to keep Incoterms as a mandatory. Okay, some specific requirements we can fulfill by using different account groups, different number ranges, different screen layouts. These kind of functionalities we can go with different account groups.
Okay. Basically segregating vendors.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You created an RFQ and you have done the comparison. You have 5 RFQs you have created and 1 you have selected. Okay. Remaining 4 you want to reject it. Where do you reject it?
MA47. There is a you can say a tick we can give and we can reject it. MA47 is used for maintaining also, but if you would like to reject that RFQ, then we have to use the same T code, and there is one, you can say, column, or there is a tick. If you give tick to that, it will get rejected.
Okay. Okay. In case of PO, conditions here, you can see the conditions and all right. From where this pricing procedure will come?
Sir, in PO pricing procedure, there is pricing procedure linked with vendor schema and purchase organization schema, right? In vendor master, we assign vendor schema, right? And by using XK02, and for there is one column, or you can say one row, assign purchase organization to that calculation schema. From there, pricing procedure is coming. It is written by the vendor that we are, in which we are maintaining that our vendor schema.
Yeah, vendor schema will be assigned to the purchasing view, and schema group purchasing organization is assigned to the purchasing organization in configuration because of these 2 assignments. And during the schema determination, we assign the pricing procedure to the combination of schema group purchasing organization and schema group vendor. These 3 settings will make to get the pricing procedure. And if you have a new, you are working in a support project, okay? you have a PO, you got some issue in the pricing procedure, and how do you come to know by seeing the PO? For example, without going to SPRO, how can you come to know like which pricing procedure is used?
Which pricing procedure is used without going in configuration? Without going configuration, how can I say? Sir, I can see in that vendor master. What is the vendor schema for it?
But by vendor schema, how can you see the pricing procedure?
Sir, in purchase organization, we link calculation schema.
These are all coming to configuration, right? All you have to go to SPRO conditions, then only you can see that. Okay, see in price in purchase order. Okay, if you click on analysis, then you can see the pricing procedure. Okay, which pricing procedure is assigned to P1. By clicking on this analysis, you can get the details.
Okay.
In for example, you have for example, if you take any condition type and all, okay, and you want to, there is a main vendor, okay, in the system from which you are procuring the material. If you want to assign any other vendor, how can you assign? For which condition type system will allow to enter?
Reserving vendors.
Yeah. For example, you want to material is you're procuring from the agency 12 vendor, but there is another vendor you want to pay some charges, maybe some delivery charges or any kind of thing. How can you map that?
How can I map?
Okay, let me tell. Okay. See, for example, generally we get a requirement when you are buying the material from one vendor. Okay, you may need to pay freight, service charge, or what you call shipping charges and all to the another vendor, because that vendor will take you the materials from one place to that vendor to your place. You have your own transport vendor. Okay, only the freight charges you want to handle, you have to pay to another vendor. We have an option in SAP. If the condition type has, okay, see for example, what I have done, select the condition type and click on the display. If the condition category is B, means delivery cost, system will give an option of vendor here, okay, which is editable. Okay, then what will happen? For only vendor, you want to take from agency 05. Then during the invoice verification and all, what will happen? This amount, this 505 euros will go to agency 05 because you are taking right, the shipping is done by that vendor, and remaining amount will be going to the main vendor because from where you are buying the material. For example, material cost is 3,000 and shipping charges are 300 rupees. Then the 300 rupees go to shipping vendor to whom you have assigned here.
Okay.
And the remaining 3,000 rupees will go to the main vendor.
Okay.
If you have such kind of requirement, the condition type should be, you should have this condition category as a delivery cost. So this condition category as delivery cost, then system will allow you to enter the different vendor, and then we can pay the vendor differently. Okay.
Condition category B. Okay.
Yeah, condition category as a delivery cost.
But then the charge will be paid to the logistic person, whosoever is involved in it. Huh?
Yeah, who is providing that, we will pay the different amount to them.
Got it. Perfect.
Okay. And automatic PO, if you want to get automatic PO, what are the main settings, prerequisites?
Automatic PO. Starting from material master.
If you want to get a for PR.
Starting from PR, we are creating now. Yes. Let's start from material master. It should have a material master, and second is it should have vendor master. It should have PR, purchase requisition. It should have source list as fixed vendor. Then if we create PR, then by using ME59, and we can create automatic PO.
Just tell simple steps like this. In material master, we should have a automatic PO indicator in purchasing view. In vendor master, in purchasing data, automatic PO takes with there. Info record should be mandatory, and source list with fixed indicator. Yeah, I can say like it's also important, but sometimes it is not mandatory. If you go with regular vendor kind of thing, source list system will take from that respective vendor. Anyway, if you maintain the source list with fixed indicator, then PR should be created. In the PR, what will happen in the assign source of supply? We have to assign that respective source. Then in ME59N, we can convert to PO. Okay. And what if, for example, when you release the PO, what are the highest levels you can have for one respective release strategy? What are the maximum levels? What are the maximum levels to release a single PO? How many people can release a PO maximum?
Hello?
How many?
Maximum.
Yeah. How many maximum number of
people
improvers you can keep for a respective strategy? Means respective PO.
Sir, that depending upon the that's simply depending upon the condition that we are maintaining. If we are making it of 10, then there will be 10.
No.
If
Actually, as per SAP, we can have only 8. 8 is the maximum.
8.
For example, 2 people are there, right? Like that, we can have maximum of 8. As per SAP standard, we cannot have more than 8 improvers for one strategy.
Okay.
See, this is the release group R1 and strategy S1. For that, we can have maximum 8.
8.
More than 8, you cannot.
Okay, sir.
And, can you release a PO at item level?
How?
Is it possible to?
Sir, no, it is not possible. PO is only released at header level because it is an external document.
Okay. Okay. For example, when you create a PR with classification, where do you set whether it is overall release or item level release? Where do you set that configuration step?
For classification.
With classification, you are doing a PR. Okay. Whether it should be an item level or a header level, where do you set that indicator?
So there is one indicator while maintaining something. I forgot. There is an indicator. I remember.
Just like the main step is like when you assign your release class with the release group, there is a thing called overall release. If you flag it, it will become header level release. If you don't flag, that is item level. Same flag will be available for the PR document also. PR document type level also we can control whether it is a header level or item level. Okay. What is meant by release order?
What is meant by release order?
Have you heard about release order?
Yes, I have heard, but I can't able to recall it.
The PO, which is release order itself a purchase order. The PO which is created with reference to the contract is called as release order.
Remember, got it. PO which is, let me write it also. PO which is created
with reference to contract.
With reference to contract.
Is release order. What is the table for purchase order header?
Purchase order header.
Header data will be saved in which table?
I don't know.
EKKO. EKKO is the table where purchase order header details like this delivery invoice and all these details will be saved.
Okay.
Vendor number, PO number, document type, document date.
Okay, I got it. Like CBAN for PR.
IBAN for PR. PR is having one that is IBAN. PO has many tables. So the main important tables are header is EKKO, item is EKPO. Okay.
Sir, can you please repeat this question again? I'm a little bit confused in this.
What is the table? Okay. What is the table where PO header data will be, header details will be saved? Answer is EKPO.
Okay.
Item details are in EKPO. Anyway, I will give the list of important tables. You can go through.
Okay. EKK. Okay.
Like for example, if you have a material master in accounting view, okay, accounting view you have a price control, valuation class and all. Okay. If I ask you for 1,000 materials, what are the valuation classes? From which table you will get the detail?
I am very weak in this table.
Okay.
I don't know.
MBEW is the table where material accounting data will be saved.
MBEW is the table.
MBEW.
W.
Okay.
Table.
MBEW. For example, you can give from these materials. Okay. Just execute. You will get what is the material number and respective valuation class. PKLAS is the field for valuation class. All these
So
values.
can we? It is very difficult to understand this table. Whenever I open it, I just open it and close it immediately without looking at it because
Table,
I feel
for example, SC16, or else we will go with SC11. Okay. Once you come to SC11, give the table MBEW and click on display. Okay, then you will see that what is the table name and what are the fields available for the table. The material table name is material valuation, and these are the fields. The valuation class is available in this. You will get valuation class for your material number. Okay. Now click on this blue icon. It will take you to SC16 screen. Now give any material. Just I have given a range. Okay. Now execute it. See material number 1. Valuation class is ASMF. Material number 2. Yeah. These are all details. If you want to see the descriptions, then go to settings and click on user parameters and change to field label. Then you will get the name. This is the valuation area and this is the valuation class and what is the moving average price and what is the price control, whether it is the moving price or the standard price. All details we can get from MBEW table. Okay. You can practice on these tables and all.
Yes, sir. I need to practice it.
Okay. And what are the main important automatic account determination configuration steps?
Very first step, we have to activate some valuation something, and in next step, that it is group together valuation areas, and in that, first of all, we create account category reference. Account category reference is created approximately equals to material type, and in next we make valuation classes like creation of defined valuation classes, and valuation classes approximately I'm saying it is equals to material group, right? Yeah. And then we assign this to the valuation class. Account category reference will be assigned to valuation class. We can say account category reference act as a bridge between material group and material and GL, for which material GL can be hit. And after that, we go to some setting where we assign GL, OBYC, or configure automatic posting.
What is the use of valuation grouping code?
Valuation grouping code is used whenever we want to have same data, when same financial data for plants.
You can say like valuation grouping code is a 4-digit code where we assign the list of valuation areas to respective single grouping code. The use of this is For example, you want to handle all these valuation area related GL accounts in a unique way. Then we will assign to one single valuation group in code, and that valuation group in code will be assigned to GL accounts and valuation class combination in OBS. And what is transaction key? Can you tell any 3 transaction keys which you know?
GBB.
Okay. What is the use of that?
So GBB is used for offsetting inventory posting.
Okay. BSX?
BSX is stock posting, freight clearing FR1, and BSA is initial entry of stock.
Okay, enough.
VNG, BSA is a modifier, sorry. BSA is a modifier, I think so. GB comes under GBB.
See, this is the whatever, when you open this automatic posting, whatever is visible here, these are all transaction keys. For example, BSV changes in stock and BSX inventory posting, FR1 freight clearing and all. When you enter into GBB, we get all these account modifier or general modifier. We have different settings and all. BSA, INV for physical inventory. Okay, VBO for subcontracting consumption. These kind of all account modifier will be there under the respective keys. For example, when you are creating a PO, okay, with the account assignment category K and item category D. Okay, that combination, where do you set that combination in configuration? Whether the combination is allowed or not, where do you keep the configuration setup?
Which configuration setup?
Item category and account assignment category. Which item category and account assignment category combinations should be allowed?
I don't know.
Okay. See this in purchasing. Okay, in account assignment, here we can create multiple new account assignment categories also. Okay, but for item categories we cannot create, but account assignment we can create how many account assignment categories we want. Okay, here
what is the use of it?
See, account assignment categories we have like a cost center, asset and project on which the respective costs have to be loaded. Okay, for example, you are buying a laptop for a admin department, that respective expenses should be loaded on the admin cost center. Okay, and also, for example, you have hired a vehicle for 10 days to send the people to some industry visit and take all that expenses. That is a industry visit is for one production department. With respective cost center, we will load that expenses. Okay, like that we have different account assignment categories. This is the configuration. Define combination of item categories or account assignment categories. Okay. Here, whatever the item category and account assignment category combination is maintained, that combination only we can create PO. For example, for item category blank, if I remove this asset, okay, then you cannot create a PO with account assignment category A and item category blank. System will throw an error message. Okay.
Okay.
See, for example, I have removed that setup, and you can go to PO and just give one anything and material. Okay. What I am going to test? Account assignment category A. Okay. What is the error message we are getting? Combination of item category and account assignment category A not defined, because I have removed this account assignment category A and item category blank. That's why we got this error. Now what will I do? We'll just keep the same. Now I have maintained the same which I have removed. Okay, it won't replicate immediately. Now what we are going to do, see that error message has gone. Okay, now it is asking for asset number. because the error message has gone. Okay. This combination we will set in this configuration. Okay. For example, when you create a PO in delivery, and just check this.
Okay.
Okay. For example, see this, when you go to this delivery tab, goods receipt indicator is coming automatically. And in invoice tab, we are getting this invoice receipt and GR based invoice verification automatically. From where it will come?
Material master.
No, it will come from the account assignment category. See, for example, I have given K. Okay, in the same configuration, go to maintain account assignment and select K and go to display. Okay. Here, whatever the options are selected, GR indicator and invoice receipt indicator. Okay, these two have come from invoice receipt indicator and the GR indicator. Both have come from this one. And this GR based invoice verification and all will come from the vendor master. From where this vendor is there, click on this vendor. Either vendor master or it comes from the info record also. Okay, but which is the dominating? Info record is the dominant. See this GR based invoice verification. Okay. But the first priority will be info record, because in info record, if you remove that tick, then system, see here also GR based invoice verification will be there. Means for one vendor GKV4, you can keep GR based invoice verification tick, but for material 5 you can remove it, material 6 you can maintain it, material 4 you can remove it. That you can do, right? That's why system take first info record whether it is a GR based is there or not. It will propose you. If it is info record is not maintained for that material and vendor and plant, that combination, then system will take from the vendor master. This GR based tick mark will take from the vendor master if you don't have info record. If you have info record, it will take from info record.
Right.
Because why vendor master is the master data and info record is the next level. For example, vendor is 1, you can maintain once, but info record you can maintain for multiple combinations. For example, one material, one vendor if you take, that is GR based only, but for one material you don't want GR based. For one material you want GR based, then you can control at info record them. The system will take from info record. If it doesn't find info record, it will take from vendor master.
Vendor master. Next
And,
one coming from.
Yeah,
What
for
are
example,
from account?
yeah, for example, if you don't have a goods receipt tick mark, system won't allow you to do the goods receipt. Okay. In the same way, if you don't have invoice receipt for your PO, system won't allow you to do the invoice receipt in Miro. Okay. And also in PO, here the stock type. Okay, whatever the stock type is available in PO, the same stock type will be copied during Miro from here only. But for this, the base is material master. For example, in material master, if you have not flagged any inspection type and all, then system will take it as unregistered. If you see this post inspection stock, have you seen that? If you flag this, then system will take it as a quality.
Quality inspection.
Yeah, the system will take default as a quality stock. If you don't have that flag, system will take it as an unregistered user.
Unrestricted.
These are the things. Like this automatic PO, all these details will be saved in material master plant data, and that plant data is saved in MERC. And you can have, like, for example, in my blog also I have mentioned one important document. What are the levels of different views? That will be very important. Like material view. Okay, see in this document, the basic data is at client level, and purchasing data, MRP and costing data and all are at plant level. Which each plant you can have different purchasing details and MRP details and all. And sales area at sales organization, storage data at storage location level, and accounting data is at valuation area. But maximum we will have a valuation area at plant. Okay. Maximum companies will have the valuation area at plant level, but not at company code level. And like that, we have a different data where it will be saved at the respective level. For example, what is the use of basic data at client level? For your material, the description, for example, material number 5, the description H2SO4 will be unique across your system. You might have 10 company codes or 100 plants, but material number 5 will always have this description, because this description will be saved at the basic data
Client level.
and it is at client level. Okay, description, unit of measure, material group. This cannot be different for a single material for different plants, because that is at client level. But if you take purchasing, this purchasing group and order unit, okay, automatic PO tick mark, purchasing value key, these kind of details will be different from one plant to another plant, because the data will be saved at plant level.
Plant level.
These are the levels, and when you go to the tables and all, you can understand what are the levels you can save. Those things we can have. Okay, and automatic account determination also, like what are the keys we have and when the keys will come, how the GL account will come automatically. From the, see for example, in this material, and what valuation class is available, 3000 valuation class. Okay, that's why when you create a PO, system will take the GL account 400 000 automatically, because it comes from the cost center K. If you don't give K, just check like this. Then system will default, it will take from the material, what you call this account, stock account. It will come from the stock account. Like how different accounts are coming and what is the impact of the valuation classes and all those things, we will come to know when you are creating the PO, and also what are the parameters playing the role to get the GL accounts and all. And the delivery address will be either plant, or if you give the storage location, from that delivery address will be taken in PO. And in header, there is an address. That address belongs to vendor. Okay, this address will belong to vendor, and this delivery address will be plant. If you give only plant, if you give storage location, if you maintain the address for storage location, then system will take from the storage location. And also we have an option. Sometimes we can, there is a subcontracting vendor concept. There, if you flag this and give the vendor, this delivery address will be changed to that vendor address. Okay, which directly you want to procure a material from vendor 1 and you want to give to another vendor, then we will use this functionality. Then they will deliver materials directly to that address. We can have a changing shipping address, the concept. Okay. So nice. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch my videos and share. Happy learning. Have a good evening. Okay. Hi. Today we'll do a small mock interview about SAP MM. We will try to cover all the topics in SAP MM, either implementation, whatever the experience we have, and also the technical things. So whenever we face an interview, first of all, when we tell about ourselves, we will give a brief details about our personal things and respective education and the experience. Okay. When it comes to that experience, we have to highlight our implementation experience, and if we have any rollout and support experience. It should be very brief, like I have done one implementation, and in that implementation I worked on different phases in the implementation process, and I worked at client place. Such kind of very few steps we need to give. because when interviewer is asking the questions from the respective process, for example, in business blueprint, what we have done, that kind of questions when we get, we need to answer that. We don't have to explain each thing when we are telling about ourselves. Okay. Okay. Let's start the interview. Like what kind of questions, and I will try to touch each topic. Maximum things just to evaluate what is the technical level and what level of knowledge you have. Okay. Okay. When it comes to SAP MM, in which areas you worked well and you have a good confidence in which stream of SAP MM? Like if you differentiate into different parts like master data, procurement, and inventory management, and integrations with different modules, in which area you are comfortable?
Anything, sir. I'm basically, I'm like a fresher only, so anything will be okay for me.
Okay. Okay. Coming to this master data, okay, what is the role of a source list?
Okay, so source list actually, that's one of the business requirements where we can fix a vendor, we can block a vendor, or we can also suggest the vendor during the creation of a purchase, during the configuration of a purchase requisition. When when the purchasing department raises a PR, we will generally go for selecting the best vendor. So sometimes, if you do not have good terms with a particular vendor, sometimes we feel like blocking that particular vendor. You can do that as well in the source list, or you want to fix a vendor because you have good terms, or say you are getting that particular material for a good price, or you are getting that particular material at a good quality. Then what you do is you fix that vendor for a particular period of time, depending on the business requirement. You can fix the vendor, you can block a vendor, or you can sometimes see one or two or three vendors will be supplying the same material. So you feel like having that particular material from three of these vendors in order to maintain good terms with them. So you can see that these three vendors are getting suggested during the creation of a PR. So that time we will use this particular thing called a source list.
Okay. Okay. See, in Material Master, what are the can you tell any one or two important fields in purchasing view?
Yes, sir. In purchasing view, in the Material Master,
Okay, we have important fields. For example, batch management we can activate at purchasing view, and also we have an automatic PO. If you want to use automatic PO, that can be activated in purchasing view.
Yes.
And along with base unit of measure, if you want to maintain a different order unit, for example, for your material, base unit is piece. Okay, but always you order the materials in bag. Okay, each bag contains 20 pieces. At that time, you can maintain a different order unit called bag. That bag can be given in the purchasing view.
Okay.
These are different important, important fields in that. Okay. Okay. In case of for example, vendor master, your business is asking you to create a domestic material vendors, domestic services vendors, and import vendor. Like some 4 kinds of vendors were requested by your business. Okay, how do you do? What kind of setup you have to do that? You have to do to fulfill the requirement.
Yes, we have to do certain configurations, sir. Like we will configure different account groups. For domestic vendor, we will have a separate account group. For import vendor, we will have a separate account group. And for service vendor, we will maintain a separate account group. And after configuration of the account group for these particular vendors, you will also define the number range for these number range, and you will assign the number range index to that particular account group.
Okay. See, generally, when we say that when we have a different kinds of vendors, the requirement might be the different number ranges to identify. Different vendors will have a certain fields as mandatory and certain fields as optional for domestic, but those are mandatory for import. These kind of requirements we can fulfill when we have a different account groups. When we have a different account groups, we can have a different number ranges, and we can have a different screen layouts. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the use of a contract?
Contract. Contract actually, in the name itself you can understand, sir. It is like you will have a particular a long time contract with a vendor. You can procure that material or any kind of material. Contract, I have no exact idea regarding contract, sir.
Contract is an optional, and also there are the different benefits. For example, when you decided to buy a material from a specific vendor, okay, if you don't have a proper contract with that vendor, then each time whenever you buy the materials, the price may vary. For example, the price is slightly increased and all. And also they are like we are buying this time 100 pieces, next time 200, next time 300, like that. Always you are like a small customer to that vendor. But when we have a proper contract with that vendor, we can have for this 1 year, I'm going to buy 20,000 pieces. Okay. When we have that much big contract, you will get a better discount from the vendor, and also vendor may give you that shipping charges as a free, because as you are buying this much content, he will provide you that materials directly to your company's premises. Okay, those kind of, and also there is one relation kind of thing will be formed, and as he is your existing vendor for last few years and all, then we can expect a better quality. And also whenever you have some urgent requirements, not like other vendor and all, he may give you the top priority to you, and he will try to provide the respective materials on time to fulfill your customers' requirements. Okay, there will be certain kind of positives. Okay, that can be done with the contract. Okay, and also whatever the price you have fixed for a period of 6 months or 1 year of time, if there are due to market there are some prices are increased. Okay, at that point of time also your vendor may provide you for the same price until there is a huge difference. If there is a huge difference, he will request you to amend the price, because earlier when you are taking the contract it is a 20 rupees, later it has increased to 30 because of the new government rules or whatever it is. Then he may request us, because there is a lot of margin is there, he has to lose. Okay, then he may request for 25 or 26, whatever. That kind of negotiations can happen.
Okay.
Okay, you are creating a purchase order. Okay, when you are creating the purchase order, the pricing procedure has come automatically.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how do you, what is the exact reason how you are getting the pricing procedure automatically to your PO conditions tab? What setup makes to happen that?
Yes, sir. Basically, we will know after configuring the pricing procedure, we will also link this pricing procedure to the purchase order. In that particular part, you have in schema determination, you can link the purchase order to the pricing procedure that you have configured. And that is how you will see that the pricing procedure is getting reflected into the PO. Basically, during the configuration of the pricing procedure, you will define different condition types. You will define a pricing procedure, and you will define different condition types. And as per the requirement of the client, which condition type has to come. For example, for one material, one vendor combination, this pricing procedure has to come. For example, if that is the client's requirement, basing on that, as you link the purchase order to the pricing procedure, we can see that the pricing procedure is automatically getting reflected into the particular PO.
Okay, you are just slightly confused, and that answer has become a bit lengthy. For this question, you have to give a straight answer. We create schema group vendor and schema group purchasing organization. Okay, schema group purchasing organization will be assigned to respective purchasing organization in configuration. First point. Schema group vendor will be assigned to the vendor master in purchasing view in the master data. 2 assignments. Okay, and we create a pricing procedure. That pricing procedure are assigned to the respective schema group vendor and schema group purchasing organization combination. That is defined schema determination. Yeah, defined schema determination in SPRO material management, purchasing, conditions. Under that, we will have a defense schema determination. Because of these assignments, when you create a purchase order for the combination of respective vendor and the purchasing organization, system will pop up or populate the respective pricing procedure into the PO. That is the answer.
Yes. This I have an idea, sir, but with this particular combination only, the pricing procedure gets reflected. This I have an idea, sir.
Okay. See, you are creating a purchase order and for a vendor for 100 pieces of materials. Okay. There, you are giving a freight charges of 500 rupees. Okay. But the 500 rupees freight charges you are not paying to the vendor from whom you are buying. Okay. There is another transport vendor who will provide you that materials. The transport vendor work is he has to go to that vendor as per the agreed delivery date, and he will pick the materials and he will take to your company. But he will charge 500 rupees for delivering the goods from the vendor place to your place. And in your pricing procedure, you have given freight charges as 500 rupees. But how do you handle this? Like, how do you give that respect to 500 rupees to this vendor? And what kind of thing you have to do in the purchase order?
This is actually, if there is another vendor, the vendor who is supplying the material is different and the vendor who is collecting the charges or whatever is another vendor. If that is the case, I think we will go for configuration of partner functionalities. But I do not know how to link this pricing procedure to partner functionalities, sir.
Okay. See, here there is no partner function and all. So generally we use a partner function for different ordering address or invoice parties, different suppliers are different and all. Okay. But here my question is straight forward, like I am paying 500 rupees to one transport vendor. Okay, remaining 2,000 or 5,000 rupees to my material vendor who is giving the materials. Okay.
Yeah.
Freight we create as a delivery cost. Okay, that in freight we will have an option of for delivery cost. Because of that, what will happen? We will get an option to change the vendor in the pricing procedure, in the purchase order conditions tab. Okay. That option will be available only for delivery cost related things. Okay, delivery cost it will be available. Let me show you that any one freight condition type, then you can understand. Okay, if you see this freight percentage, condition category will be given as delivery cost. Okay, when you give this delivery cost, what will happen when you create a purchase order? Okay, you will get an option. Let me show you that. Let me take a purchase order.
Condition category. Okay.
Let me take any old purchase order if I have. Okay. Let me go to the conditions tab.
Okay.
Okay, I think this is not the one. Which we have. We'll take a proper one. We'll just create one purchase order.
Okay.
Okay. See here, for example, 10 kg quantity and each kg cost is 50 USD and you have to pay to this vendor. Okay, that we know. But here, for example, if you have some freight charges, okay, freight charges, the amount is, for example, 10%, means 50 USD, 20%, 100 USD. This 100 USD you have to pay to another vendor. Okay, for delivery cost vendor, you will have an option. You just select here and go to display. Here you will get here you will get the vendor editable. Okay. Then you can change the vendor. Here you can change the vendor. Then you have to do a separate invoice. Okay. 2 invoices you have to do. One the total material cost for one vendor. Okay. Only this the 100 USD you will do a separate invoice. See, if you same thing, if you select for any other condition type, you won't have that option. Okay. It will be available for delivery. Yeah, delivery cost. For which you have given as a condition category as a delivery cost, it will be activated.
Right. Got it, sir.
Okay, this is the way how you want to pay the different thing. When you do the invoice verification, you have to do the invoice. One is for goods supplier and another one is for planned delivery cost. See, for example, when you go to Miro and you need to do that goods supplier and planned delivery cost. Okay, goods supplier will be done to the main vendor and what you call see, goods or service items and planned delivery cost. You have to do different 2 invoices.
Okay.
This is the way how to handle. Okay. Can you see that conditions tab for a consignment PO?
Condition tab for consignment PO. No, sir.
Why?
When you create.
Okay, see, consignment procurement is a different procurement where we buy the materials, but we don't pay the amount. It will be in our company's premises. Whenever you use the quantity, then only we do the payment. Okay, that's why when you do that goods issue or transfer posting from consignment to own stock, then the price will pick from the consignment info record, and there will be accounting entries will come. But during goods receipt, there won't be any accounting entries, and also there won't be condition tab. In the
I did not understand the question, sir. During GR, we do not have that condition. That is what I said. We do not have because do not have
that's
it.
fine.
State.
In purchase order. That's fine. That's almost you have given correct answer only. You have to tell like just condition tab won't be visible in the consignment PO because the consignment info record will play the role during the transfer of consignment stock or issuing of the consignment stock. Receipt doesn't make any difference for us. Just it gives a stock which is not at all related to us actually. That's fine.
Yes, it is still in the vendor's ownership only. The stock is in the vendor's ownership, so we will not have any account postage as and when we are doing GR. But once we transfer the stock from the vendor's ownership to the company's own stock, valuated stock, then we will have the account postage done. Then only we will find the conditions tab coming.
No, there won't be any condition tab.
There in that stage also.
Okay, condition tab won't be there in a consignment PO. That's it. That's the statement. Okay. And when you do the transfer of consignment stock to own stock or issuing of consignment stock with 201K, at that point of time, you will get the accounting entries and you do the settlement with MRKO and then you do the payment to the vendor. Okay, that's it. There won't be any point of condition tab again. Okay. Okay. Do we have to create a purchase order for a pipeline procurement?
No, sir. We do not have PR. We do not have PO. We do not even have GR for pipeline procurement. Right. We will directly have the goods issue.
Yeah, we directly issue according to how much quantity we have consumed, and then we do the settlement and payment.
That's what.
Okay. What is the difference between intra-company STO with delivery and without delivery?
Okay, sir. Intra-company with delivery and without delivery, sir. The difference is the document type.
Okay. See, this is generally
Should I explain what is intra-company stock transfer order and what is intercompany stock transfer?
Actually, no. My question is generally we ask that intra to enter. That is a regular question. Okay. I have asked the question intra-company. That is both are intra-company only, means within company code. With delivery and without delivery. Okay, with delivery means we have to handle that respective process with integration with SD module, where we need to do the setup of shipping data for plants and
we will create sales area and then we will,
shipping determination, shipping point determination, all this setup we need to perform. And when you create the purchase order, system gives a shipping tab, and we have to create outbound delivery against a purchase order. From there, we have to do the issue and all. But when it comes to without delivery, it is a pure We don't have to integrate with any other SD module kind of thing. And we just create a PO and we issue with 351 and we receive with 101. Okay, another difference is when it comes to with delivery, we can do 2 times. One is single step and another one is 2 step.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, but in case of without delivery, you cannot do in a single step. You should do only 2 steps, 351, 101.
Yes.
But in case of with delivery, we can do either single step or 2 step. Okay. What is the difference between unit testing and system integration testing?
Unit testing is it is testing. I mean, the functional consultants, the individual functional consultants will do the testing after the configuration or the customization has been done. That is unit testing. There is integration testing. It is testing among the modules. I am an MM consultant and somebody else is an FI consultant. After the configuration is done, or after the configuration or customization, whatever it is done in the development server. We will go for testing that particular configuration on an integration. I will test my thing and the FI consultant, we both will do the testing together. Seeing that, for example, automatic account determination is there. MM consultant will have a role and even the FI consultant will have a role. So, is the configuration is working properly or not? That we will test in what is that integration testing, sir.
Which will happen first, unit testing or integration testing?
Unit testing will happen first, then the integration testing will go on.
Okay, in which landscape you do unit testing and which landscape you do integration testing?
Landscape. In unit testing, we will do in this one only, sir, development only, and integration testing we will do it in quality assurance, sir.
Now we'll do an SAP MM mock in what kind of questions will come, and according to the profile and according to your experience, the kind of questions will be addressed. Okay, but we should know what is the SAP MM basic processes and the functionalities and integration with other modules, and especially the project where you have worked, we should have that enough commanding about the business process and the technical aspect too. Okay. Now, you just you just tell about your experience and knowledge in SAP. Just tell about yourself.
Hi sir, I'm Shashikala. I'm basically from Chandpur. I have done BBM and I have done corresponding MBA too. And part of which company? I'm part of Fidelity investments from past 3 years.
Okay, and what kind of what areas you worked in SAP?
Purchasing, inventory management, and that's it, sir.
Like which area you are more comfortable, like purchasing or inventory management? Like
both are okay.
Like you worked on more areas and you have enough command. Which area you can select between these two?
Purchasing is fine, sir.
Purchasing, okay. What is the purchasing cycle?
purchasing cycle, it starts from the this one purchase requisition.
Mhm.
In overall, I could say that it's a P2P cycle, procure to pay cycle.
Mhm.
It starts from the purchase requisition. Any non-purchase department can raise the purchase requisition as per the requirement.
Mhm.
And purchase department will look for vendor.
Mhm.
If existing vendor is there to provide that material, they'll create PO as per that. Otherwise, they'll go for RFQ.
Mhm.
They will invite the vendors and they'll finalize the vendor and they'll create PO.
Mhm.
Once supplier provides material, they'll do GR and along with this one invoice verification. Once invoice verification done, I'll make to payment to vendor.
Mhm. Okay. In purchasing, what is the main role of contract?
Contract, it's a long-term agreement. Suppose if you need any what is that urgent emergency, they'll go for contract. Means they'll see, for example, I'm not getting, sir.
Hmm? You don't know about contract?
I know it's a long-term agreement between ordering party and vendor, where they will create as per this one as per the requirement, whether they want, say for example, for company they need a huge quantity of material. In that time they'll go for contract.
Okay.
Under contract we have two types. One is quantity and value. Most companies follow quantity contract only.
Okay. Okay. This contract is like a legal agreement between the vendor and the customer. Okay. If you have a proper contract and you will keep that this complete year, I'm going to buy these many pieces of. Okay. That kind of contract will give you the flexibility in the prices. Okay, they can get for the better price because of the contract, and also the and also the vendor. Okay, I got one fixed customer who can buy this much quantity during this year. Okay, so that he is okay to give you better discounts, and also as a customer you will always have, you need any emergency, some additional materials and all, there is a vendor for you who can provide you within short notice. Okay, because of the relation. Okay, these all benefits will be there in the contract. Okay, and okay, like what are the accounting entries during goods receipt? You just tell me normal accounting entries during goods receipt.
Okay, normal entries when it inventory posting, it's BSX debit, and WRX it's a credit.
What is WRX?
WRX it's this one GL account for what is that? To make payment to vendor.
Oh, it's a clearing account. See, in any accounting perspective, whenever there is a debit entry, means a positive entry, there should be a negative entry to nullify the accounts. Okay. And for this goods receipt and the invoice receipt process, there is a GRIR clearing account, which will be used to nullify that stock account during goods receipt and vendor account during invoice receipt. Okay, the GRIR clearing account will be useful for that nullifying that overall balances. We call it as a clearing account of GRIR. Okay, is any balance?
GRIR clearing account.
Yes. Okay. And see, what is the benefit of goods receipt? If you don't do goods receipt, can you process P2P cycle? And in which kind of materials or which kind of processes we can skip goods receipt?
Goods receipt, it's mainly we do for tracking purpose. In inventory management, it is the part of inventory management. This is mainly we do this for tracking purpose. How many material from which vendor and what is the quantity. That and all we can track in goods receipt, sir.
Okay, so goods receipt may be used for all kind of materials, whether it is stockable materials. Okay, for kind of services, services and all, we use the service entry sheet. Okay, and sometimes we skip the goods receipt for the very small models where they don't want to maintain inventory. Okay, if you maintain inventory, we maintain inventory for the models where you can keep the stock and you can check the stock availability, and you issue to the different departments like production or admin or any kind of department. Okay, all these kind of what you call stockable things we do goods receipt. Certain materials they don't want to track the stock and how much they received and they can consume for immediately for any kind of activities. They don't want to tracking of stock. Okay, for those things, we can skip goods receipt through this account assignment category or any other option. Okay, they don't want to track it goods receipt. Okay, goods receipt is like a confirmation about receiving the goods, and also to issue to departments and to issue to production department to plan your production. All kind of direct materials will be always stockable. Indirect materials depends on the business requirement. Certain materials they may go for GR with stock checking. Otherwise, they may skip the goods receipt and directly they do the invoice receipt. Some kind of consumables and all. Okay.
Okay, sir. Mainly we use for direct, we'll skip goods receipt for direct consumables.
No, direct materials means where we are using it for production activities and all those materials, we use goods receipt with stock. Okay. Some consumables will be there as soon as possible. They receive it will immediately consume and they don't want to maintain inventory. That's what I am telling, right? That depends on the business requirement, how they want to handle that respective stock. Okay, if they want to directly consume on respective cost center, they go for account assignment category where they can skip the goods receipt. Okay, at that time directly they during invoice receipt itself, the vendor account will get credit and consumption account get debit. Okay, that kind of accounts will come. There will not be any GRI or clearing account. Okay. Okay. Do you know about the release procedure in purchase order?
Yes, sir. I know it.
In that release procedure of different things we configure, right? Who is which field will represent the approver?
Release codes, sir.
Release codes. Okay. And for a single purchase order, how many release codes you can have?
It's restricted to 8 release codes, sir. Mainly 8 approvers.
Means I can configure only 8 release codes in the configuration.
Yes, sir. Up to 8 level we have, sir. Actually.
Yes, but how many? I have 20 managers in a company. Okay, but you are saying 8. How can I manage other 12 people?
No, sir. It depends on purchase group also. Even now, the purchase group who is responsible to procure that activities and who is the manager of that purchase group person.
Okay, so you have to answer in a way like we can configure n number of release codes. Okay, I can configure 50 release codes also because my company is having different kind of manager levels and the different departments, so that I can create 50 release codes. Okay, but for a single strategy, I can have maximum 8. A single strategy means in a purchase order, I can see maximum 8 release approvers only. Okay, that's what the answer. But configuration of release codes, we can do n number of release codes. But in a single strategy, means that one strategy will be triggered for one purchase order, right? For a single strategy, we can have maximum up to 8. Okay, even as per my experience, I have seen max to 4 to 5. Okay, we cannot maybe, but SAP has given till 8 levels we can maintain, and no one will go for beyond the 8 and all because one purchase order is going for 8 levels of approvals, how much delay will happen and how much time will be consumed for the approvers. Okay. If one or two people are not available and they are not approved, then the purchasing getting delayed and all. Okay. They go for generally three to 5 approvers. The main whoever the responsible for approving the purchase orders. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, can we create release codes, sir?
You can create 50 or 100 release codes, no issues. But one strategy, you can have 8, any 8 from the 50.
What is the T code to create release code, sir?
It's on the configuration only, right? In the defined release strategies, purchase order, we go, right? In that, you will have a release code, release group, release codes. In that configuration only, it's not master data. In SPRO, release procedure configuration, you can create release codes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And see, you have idea about subcontracting process?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are the accounting entries when you issue the goods components to the vendor?
Accounting entries? No, sir. There will be no accounting entries when we send this one raw materials to vendor. Once we do transporting, there will be no accounting entries.
Okay. If you want to receive back that materials without any subcontracting process, it's 542. What will be the accounting entry?
Yeah. Accounting entries for this BSX.
I'm asking about 542.
No. Okay. It's BSP.
Okay. 541,
debit.
541 and 542 both will not have any accounting entries. When 541 doesn't have accounting entries, so how can 542 will have that? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Can you release purchase order at item level?
Yes, sir. No, sir. No, sir. It's only header level.
Okay. Purchase requisition?
We have both options, header and item level.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How many release classes we can have for a purchase order?
Release classes, we can have only one, sir, for any release strategy.
Mm-hmm. You cannot have 2. Have you tried in your system?
No, sir. We can have vendor.
Like you read somewhere?
Yes, sir.
You read somewhere or you tried in your system?
No. I tried, sir. But.
Mm-hmm. Okay. In P2P cycle, what is the 3-way match and the 2-way match? Have you heard this word?
Yeah, sir. 2-way match is matching with purchase order and invoice.
Mm-hmm.
3-way match is a matching of purchase order, this one invoice and goods receipt.
Okay, that's what we have discussed it, right? All these stockable materials, we use 3-way match. So for non-stockable or some consumables or some kind of C-class items, so generally they go for 2-way match. Okay?
Okay. Sir, one question.
Mm-hmm.
Why we cannot have this one classes more than one?
Because the purchase order entire external procurement, SAP has designed one purchasing class. You can have a multiple groups, a multiple strategies, multiple codes, but you need to manage with a single class for all external documents like a contract, PO, and all. Okay. In case of purchase requisition, SAP has given 2 because there we have a option of item level release and the header level release. Because it's an internal document, we may not be able to release always at the header level, so that item level is also provided. But purchase order and contract, all these documents are external documents which will be sending to the out of factory to the vendor, so that we cannot have a partial and full kind of things. Okay, if you want to have a partial, delete that other items. Okay, or else create a new purchase order for the specific item. Okay. You cannot have that I need these 2 items, I don't want 3 items. That kind of confusion may not be. You should not generate when it goes out of factory as a legal document.
Okay.
So that SAP has not provided that functionality. That's even the business, because they have not, they providing additional functionality is not a task, but what is the business requirement, and is it really required? Okay, if it is not required, then it's not at all required, so that it's not provided, and we have never enhanced the system also in that perspective, as per my knowledge.
Okay.
Like, you have an idea about automatic account determination?
Yeah, sir.
What is the use of valuation grouping code?
Valuation grouping code, it's grouping of all the this one valuation areas, nothing but plants, sir, in one to get the same set of GL accounts.
Okay. If I don't use valuation grouping code, what will happen?
It works as according to according to what is that configuration we made for particular plant.
Mm-hmm.
Is it correct?
So see, if you can see the configuration in OBYC, we assign valuation grouping code to the valuation transaction keys and multiple GL accounts. Okay, you have 10 plans assigned to one single valuation grouping code. Okay, you are assigning that valuation grouping code to some 40 GL accounts. Okay, but if you don't have valuation grouping code, the 40 you need to into 10, 400 entries is supposed to maintain. Okay. That's a valuation grouping code will be useful to group multiple valuation areas according to your requirement. You can group your all valuation areas into 2 or 3 or 1 according to your number of valuation areas. Okay, so that the configuration can be very easy to maintain at valuation grouping code level, which will be assigned to in the configuration of OBYC. You are grouping different valuation areas. Okay, number of entries will come down in a simple way if you want to tell the benefit. Okay.
Mainly to reduce GL accounts, n number of the GL accounts, we go for valuation grouping code.
N number of entries, not the GL accounts will be for 30 always. So for example, 40 GL accounts we have, and you have 10 valuation area. Okay. Now we are maintaining 40 entries because 40 GLs are assigned with one valuation grouping code. If you don't have this functionality, then you have to maintain 40 into 10. Each plant you have to maintain, right? So that 400 entries is supposed to maintain.
Okay. To reduce entries, we should say.
Yeah, because you are grouping different kind of things, right? So like for example, 2 set of valuation areas you have, then you can have a 2 valuation grouping codes.
Okay, sir. Sir, is the account category reference and valuation grouping code both are same?
Mm-hmm.
That account category reference and valuation grouping code is there, right?
No.
Are they both same?
Account category reference is different, which is assigned to the material type. Okay. The valuation grouping code is group of valuation areas.
Okay. Where we can define this valuation grouping code, sir?
It's valuation grouping code directly you assign in that, right? And they define valuation areas in the configuration of SPRO. Okay, there you can see that one. Okay, let me show you that. See, in this configuration, material management, valuation and account assignment, account determination without result. Here, in the define valuation classes, you can define this account category reference. For general account category reference, we create one account category reference for one material type. This when you see this group together valuation areas, right? Here you will define the valuation grouping code. This is the valuation grouping code, which you are grouping the different valuation areas into one group. Okay. If you are assigning 0001 for some 10 valuation areas, then the 10 valuation areas are grouped to 0001 under one group. Okay.
Where we can create that valuation grouping code, sir?
You don't have to separately create. You just input here, that will be given. You don't have to create separately. Here you can enter whatever the four-digit alphanumeric key you can maintain. That itself will act as a validation grouping code. There is no separate defined validation group like that. Okay. Could you have knowledge about SAP tables?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you do any goods receipt, goods receipt, the header details, okay, material document header, in which table it will get saved?
Material document header. MKVF something.
Yeah, MKPM. If it is purchase order header?
EKPO.
EKKO. EKPO is the item.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know what are the steps in SAP methodology in implementation?
Yes, sir.
What are those?
First, it starts from project preparation phase. Next, blueprint phase. Realization phase. Final preparation phase. Go live and support. Post go support go live.
Post go support. Okay.
Post go live.
In which step we do the configuration in the system?
It starts in realization phase, sir.
Realization. Okay. In which client, how many landscapes in SAP?
Landscape, we have three, sir. One is development, another one is quality system, another one is production system, sir.
Okay. In which system you configure SAP?
SAP in development, sir.
Okay. Can't you do in quality?
No, sir. It's only for testing purpose, means quality checking purpose.
But how do you control that? Not to allow configuration?
Sorry, sir. I don't.
Okay, you have to answer like, see, all systems are ideally equal, okay, but we create the clients and we keep in a separate landscape. So this is all handled by the basis, okay, basis team. Here, what they have to control is in development, we activate the SPRO configuration. It will be in editable mode. Whenever you make any change, the system will prompt to create a transport request, and you need to save in the transport request and make the basic testing. Then we move to quality, and we do the final testing like integration and user has to test. Once everything is fine, then we move the transport request to production. Okay, because everywhere there should be a reviewal process and approval process and verification. We say normal all scenarios, right? Just leave about any project or SAP. Okay, that's why that developing will happen in the development system, and the testing, verification, and confirmation, everything will happen in the quality. Then only we move to production system. Okay. Still, in quality also, you can make changes to the SPRO and you may generate transport request and all, which will lead to inconsistencies, and we don't want to allow any kind of configuration changes. So that we ask the basis team will make client will not open in the quality and production system. Okay. If you go to SPRO, either you won't have access to SPRO or else they will make all configuration settings as a display, except some number ranges or something. Okay. If you go there, you cannot make editable. It's a display. Only you can see the configuration, but you cannot make changes. Okay. Through basis, we keep control on that. Okay. Can you create materials and transport to production?
Materials? No, sir.
Okay, generally you don't do any master data configuration. We always do the master data in the respective system. All configurations can move from the one landscape to another landscape. Okay. Tell any one or two processes which you know which have integration of MM and SD.
When it comes to MMFI, it's the
I asked you about MMSD.
what MMSD. MMSD, it's inter is there, intra is there, and third party this one process is there.
What's the difference between intra and inter-company STO?
When it comes to intra, it's stock transfer order happens between two plants under one company code. When it is STO happens between two plants of different company codes. And here we have separate document type for intra. There we use standard document type for inter.
You can say like intercompany STO is like a relation between vendor and customer. Intra-company STO within the company code, so that there won't be any invoices, payments, and all happen. In case of intercompany STO, it's a pure like vendor-customer kind of scenario. Okay, so that we will have invoice, everything will be there. Okay.
Sir, most companies use which, sir? Intra or inter?
Intra. Very rarely they use the intercompany STO. Because the...
Sir, can you... Yeah. Okay. Tell me, sir.
Yeah, because generally they create as a vendor to the other company code so that they can do the direct purchasing. Okay.
Yeah. Sir, in intra, can we do subcontracting?
Like we have now come across such kind of scenario, like how do they want to do that exact business process? So if the business process demands, then we need to check the feasibility in SAP. Okay. Then because the intra-company STO, they transfer the goods from here to there, and because actually if you see that one, both are having the item category. Okay. I think the feasibility may not be available because the item category U will be used in intra-company STO. For subcontracting, you have to use that L, right, for item category. Yeah. So that feasibility may not be available. But we can, the business, we need to understand the business requirement, and technical things we can check because SAP has given different kind of standard functionalities, and if that functionality you are not fit into your knowledge and experience, then you have to explore what are the SAP latest releases are providing any new things. Okay. Because everyone cannot know everything. Okay. Because the latest things you might not be updated and you are not working in that area. Then you need to check whether the standard solution is available or not. Okay. If you are confirming the standard solution is not available, then we need to explore the SAP latest versions. Okay. And there is a concept called SAP Note where we can create a note to SAP. We can ask SAP to tell that we have this business requirement, how to map it. Okay. Then SAP can provide if there is any latest release. They will tell you that this is the functionality. Okay. Like that. Otherwise, they will say like it's not possible in SAP standard. You have to go for a custom development like that. Okay. That's why first you have to check your experience and what your SAP standard knowledge, and then you need to explore by searching in Google, by searching in help.sap.com. Okay, what are any new functionalities are provided by SAP? After that, we next level we go for SAP Note. Okay, few things we know that SAP we know and doesn't provide that SAP standard functionality. So that once you confirm that, then we go for a custom development. Okay, that's the approach. We cannot assume that no, not available, or you cannot go directly to custom development. We need to do some R&D, then we can go for any custom development. Okay. This is the approach but first of all, we should understand the business process. Why do you want to do that much complex thing? Okay, that's what not only this one, any kind of thing. We need to not only providing solution, we have to understand the business requirement, and the solution should be exactly matching to the business requirement and try to make it user friendly as much as we can. Okay, you cannot give some 10 T codes and making confuse that step, this step, and finally the user is not happy with that step. They feel like, oh, it's like very lengthy process, we have kind of thing. That kind of feedback also we get it. Okay, not only providing solution, we should expect that the user is happy and understandable, because they won't be having too much expected to understand, right? So that the solution should be as simple as we can. We try to do that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So overall, your confidence levels, everything is good, and wherever you don't know, you can tell that I don't have idea, those kind of things, and try to improve the configuration areas like SPRO path. Try to remember, because when you are working on your scenarios in your company, any kind of processes, why are you doing? And if you are working on any support ticket, then try to understand how the configuration was done and what is the business requirement, why did they map, okay? How did they map and what kind of steps? You have a KT documents, then the KT documents you can go through and try to understand it.
Okay. Sir, hello?
Okay, I will take one scenario. You just tell like what kind of SAP process you can map. Okay. There are 2 plants located. You have a total 3 plants. Okay. 3 plants, and 2 plants are at the same location, and another plant is available in another city. Okay, it may be some 300 or 500 kilometers far from that city. Okay. You have a certain goods manufactured in the plant 1, and plant 2, and this is a semi-finished product, and the same product will be used in the plant 2 and plant 3. Okay.
Okay.
Like how do you map that that production of materials, and other plants also they need, and which process you will map, and how the business process will happen to transfer of goods from the plant 2 and plant 3. Plant 3 which is available.
Sir, are all the 3 plants under one company code or different company code, sir?
Yeah, one company code.
It is Intra. Sir, one question. What is ERS and why we go for that? What is the reason for that?
So first you complete this question.
Sir, it is Intra.
Intra means first you have to see, that's what we have to understand, like we have 2 scenarios to handle. Okay, one is the transfer posting with single step with 301, and intra-company STO with delivery, and intra-company STO without delivery. Okay, we have 3 scenarios. Okay, we need to understand what is the requirement exactly and which process can make them more feasible. 351, 101 is there. Okay, and compared to that, if you have a SD delivery 641 and 101, that intra-company STO with 2 steps, okay, which will be mostly used by all companies and all, because there you will have 2 steps we can have, and you can have separate pricing procedure. The valuation price will be taken from the supplying plant material master. Okay, and that process can be used for the plant which is having 300 kilometers far. Okay, another plant you don't have to do any kind of documentation, and you don't have to carry anything, so that you can do 301 if you want. Otherwise, as a standard process, you want to SOP, like standard operating procedure for transferring of goods from plant to plant. If you want to keep it as a single process, if the business says like, no, 301 for this plant and that one, it's not much, we don't want that one, let's have a single process. Then the same process we can map to the same plant, 2 plants. Okay. And if the business says like, this plant is nearby, we don't have to, carry any kind of document, so that let's do 301 like that they can ask. Okay, that's what how the business requirement and which one is feasible for them, and then we need to map in that way. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ERS is that evaluated receipt settlement. The single point, if I want to say, evaluated receipt settlement option in SAP we use with the vendors with whom you have an agreement that there won't be generally any changes are not encouraged after the goods, after purchase order is sent. Then there won't be generally any kind of changes in the prices or changes in the delivery costs or changes in the any other kind of additional charges and all. Okay, if there is such kind of things, they may manage with the next purchasing, but they don't go such kind of any changes at that time to prevent the invoice processing time. Okay. We don't have to spend time on parking, and we don't have to spend time on posting, and somebody has to verify. Okay, those kind of things, you won't get such kind of changes. That's the agreement between you and the vendor. Then the ERS functionality will be very helpful. What we do is we do that ERS configuration and the maintaining in the master data, like info record and all those things. Okay, then you can keep a background job for the ERS automatic invoice creation, so that as soon as we do the goods receipt, then as per the goods receipt document, system will generate the invoice receipt automatically in the backend. Okay. Otherwise, every day you may get some 200 or 300 or 500 invoices. For each invoice verification and checking everything, they may spend 10 to 15 minutes per invoice, for example. 15 minutes, the time can be saved. But ERS, we cannot be activated for all kind of vendors or for all kind of products, because certain products, they have some changes in the prices, or else maybe some delivery costs are increased, and a lot of things in the business will be there. It cannot be generic that I created for 100 rupees and invoice come for 100 rupees. Okay, that kind of confidence will be there for certain products, where always that price won't be that much, it won't move that much, and the delivery is very flexible with the prices. Vendor will not quote you for 10% or 20% of changes in the price. Vendor will not ask you to change the price. Okay, he will bear the 10 or 20%. If there is huge differences, then he may request for a particular debit note, credit note, whatever such kind of things they may handle. So finally, the ERS functionality will be used where you can do the auto invoice without any changes in the price or any additional cost. The PO price what we have given, the same price will be carried to invoice receipt. Then only we activate ERS.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that's it from interview side. You prepare well, and we will plan for one more mock interview. Okay, and you try to.
Sir, one more question.
Okay, your question is, can we have a different prices for a same material and a vendor combination for a different months? Okay. Yes, because info record is a time dependent. Okay, so that in the maintaining that data, we can maintain so till this price is from this validity of till July 31st, you want to have 100 rupees, and from August 1st to September 20, you can have 120 rupees. Like that, we can maintain. You can see the screens in MEK1 and all. There we can maintain, because all these conditions pricing is at the time dependent. You can maintain as per the time validity date.
Okay. Sir, can you please?
See, this is the screen of change info record, ME12. Once you come to the conditions and you want to maintain a gross price in a different time ranges, okay. So the first current validity is July 8th to July 31st. Today date we have added so that it was okay. Okay. Now here you have a 100 rupees price, okay. And you want to change the price later, that you don't want to. You know that already price is changed, but it is effective from the September 1st. So that August 1st, for example, then you have to click on this new validity period, and here maintain 01/08/2018 to for example 31st/12/2018. That is the expectation. This price will be 120 INR between these two dates. Okay. If there are any changes, so that you know that today you got the details for these 20 materials. the prices are going to be changed from August 1st, okay, as per the new government rules or whatever it is. Then you can maintain the info record in that way, so that you don't have to bother when the August 1st has come, the new price will be automatically effective. If you go and see the info record, and if you see the tables, you can check the table level also. If you see the conditions, then you will see the two validity periods, valid from July 8th to July 31st. Which one you want to see, or which one you want to change. You go there, and the respective time period and the price will be visible. Okay. Like that, we can maintain the price in the different. But at the same time period, you cannot maintain two prices for the same vendor. But in a different time period, you can maintain the different prices.
Oh, sir. I have too many questions.
Okay then. Like the way confidence, everything is good. You can continue the same thing. We will have one more mock interview after 1 or 2 weeks. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, good day.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Omkar, just you tell about what exactly SAP MM you learned in your global certification, and what is the use of SAP MM in any ERP business. If you take any business, what is the role of SAP MM? You just tell me this.
Yes, SAP MM is primarily known as materials management, where it has the role of purchasing and procurement activities, so that the production department will not fall short of the materials. The main purpose of the materials management is to provide the materials in time for the production and manufacturing activities. The main components of SAP MM is purchasing and procurement, along with the selecting and negotiating the terms, prices and conditions against that vendor, so that we will get the material in least price. Also, SAP MM holds a great area in the physical inventory management and physical inventory, where the stocks are managed in the storage location and warehouse management level. Also, regarding SAP MM holds the integration with finance module, SD module and production module, so that the automatic accounting determination will get happen. Also, the invoice verification and the goods movements are also in the area which lies within the area of SAP MM.
Okay. Okay. If they ask you to elaborate the in detail, you can go to all these steps. Okay. You can just tell like SAP MM deal mainly the SAP MM deals the procurement activities. Okay. For a company, what are the materials required and what the vendor the procurement process, the complete purchasing process means it starts from the material creation, and check the availability and interact with the vendors and buying the materials. Okay. Then it deals about the inventory management. Once the materials are received to the company, and then we receive the goods and we store and we issue to the different departments, or else we transfer the stock to the different locations. Okay. So you have to tell that SAP MM mainly deals the area of procurement, procuring the materials or services, and store the material and issue to the different departments. Yeah. So procurement and inventory. These are the two main sub-modules under SAP MM. Okay. Okay. And what is the use of quotation?
Quotation is mainly used as the external document.
Thanks all for watching our videos as of now. So I will plan one more revision. I hope you revised a few of the questions, and not only you don't have to wait for these kind of revision sessions. You can come to our YouTube channel, select this mock interview questions and answers. You will find 29 plus mock interviews. So watch and keep learning. We'll meet with another revision session. Thank you.